The hour of 12 o'clock having arrived, and in obedience to the laws of the state of Minnesota, it becomes my duty as your Secretary of State to call the members of the Minnesota House of Representatives to order. I will appoint as clerk pro tempore Representative-elect Liz Olson from District 7B. Members-elect, please stand as I call on Reverend Denise Dunbar Perkins to lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. O most faithful one, who attends to our well-being in this universe, we come to you with gratitude for the privilege of creating and maintaining laws for the benefit of our community. However, there is acknowledgement that we have spent a past year of pain and distress, but also a year of new perspectives and growth as members of the human family. Today, as we gather together as elected officials, staff, and volunteers at the beginning of a new year, our hope is that we can take all of the pain and the growth and combine them to create a better future, a more collaborative future, a future where we hear each other's voices and work for the betterment of all the people that we have been called to serve. So in these days of anxiety and overwhelmness, we ask that in our deliberations that we shift our language from they and them to us, so that our interactions may be blessed with deep insight and open-mindedness, pursuing common ground, enabling us to move forward with a shared purpose, guided by the sincere intention of doing our best work for the people of the state of Minnesota. This is our sincere prayer. Amen.
Members-elect, our chaplain for today is Reverend Denise Dunbar Perkins from Presbyterian Church of the Twin Cities. Members-elect, please remain standing if you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Members-elect, the clerk pro tempore will call the roll by legislative district.
One A, John Burkle. Burkle, present. 1B, Deb Keel. 1B, Deb Keel. 2,
present.
Deb Keel, present. 2B, Steve Green.
Green, St. Paul, present.
Green, present. 3A, Rob Eklund.
Eklund, present.
Eklund, present. 3B, Mary Murphy.
No.
3B, Mary Murphy. 4A, Heather Keeler.
Keeler, present.
Keeler, present. 4B, Paul Marquardt.
Marquardt, present.
Marquardt, present. 5A, Matt Bliss.
Matt Bliss, present.
Bliss, present. 5B, Spencer Igo. Igo, present. 6A, Julie Sandstead. 6A, Julie Sandstead. 6B, Dave Lislegard.
Listlegard, present.
Listlegard, present. 7A, Jennifer Schultz.
Schultz, present.
Schultz, present. 7B, Liz Olson. Olson, present. 8A, Jordan Rasmussen. Rasmussen, present. 8B, Mary Franzen. 8B, Mary Franzen.
Mary Franson, present.
Franzen, present. 9A, John M. Poston.
Poston, present.
Poston, present. 9B, Ron Kresha.
Grisha, present.
Kresha, present. 10A, Josh Heinzman.
Heinzman, present.
Heinzman, present. 10B, Dale Lewick.
Lewick, present.
Lewick, present. 11A, Mike Sundin.
Sundin, present.
Sundin, present. 11B, Nathan Nelson.
Nathan Nelson, present.
Nelson, present. 12A, Jeffrey W. Backer.
Jeff Backer, present.
Backer, present. 12B, Paul H. Anderson. 12B, Paul H. Anderson.
Anderson, St. Paul, present.
Anderson, present. 13A, Lisa Damuth.
Damuth, present.
Damuth, present. 13B, Tim O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll, St. Paul, present.
O'Driscoll, present. 14A, Tama Tice.
Tice, present.
Tice, present. 14B, Dan Wolgamott. Wolgamott, present. 15A, Sandra Erickson.
Erickson, present.
Erickson, present. 15B, Shane Meekland.
Mecklen, present.
Meckland, present. 16A, Chris Swazinski.
Swazinski, present.
Swazinski, present. 16B, Paul Torkelson.
Torkelson, present.
Torkelson, present. 17A, Tim Miller. Miller, present. 17B, Dave Baker.
Baker, present.
Baker, present. 18A, Dean Erdahl.
Erdahl, present.
Erdahl, present. 18B, Glenn Grunhagen.
Grunhagen, present.
Grunhagen, present. 19A, Susan Ackland. Ackland, present. 19B, Luke Frederick.
Frederick, present.
Frederick, present. 20A, Brian Farr. Farr, present. 20B, Todd Lippert.
Lippert, present.
Lippert, present. 21A, Barb Haley.
Haley, present.
Haley, present. 21B, Steve Drazkowski. Drazkowski, present. 22A, Joe Schumacher.
Schumacher, present.
Schumacher, present. 22B, Rod Hamilton.
Hamilton, present.
Hamilton, present. 23A, Bjorn Olson. Olson, present. 23B, Jeremy Munson.
Munson, present.
Munson, present. 24A, John Petersburg.
Petersburg, present.
Petersburg, present. 24B, Brian Daniels.
Daniels, present.
Daniels, present. 25A, Dwayne Robert Quam.
Quam, present.
Quam, present. 25B, Liz Bolden.
Bolden, present.
Bolden, present. 26A, Tina Liebling.
Liebling, present.
Liebling, present. 26B, Nels T. Pearson.
Pearson, present.
Pearson, present. 27A, Peggy Bennett.
Bennett, present.
Bennett, present. 27B, Patricia Mueller. Mueller, present. 28A, Gene Pulowski Jr.
Pulowski, present.
Pulowski, present. 28B, Gregory M. Davids.
Davids, present.
Davids, present. 29A, Joe McDonald. 29A, Joe McDonald.
29A, St. Paul, McDonald, present.
McDonald, present. 29B, Marion O'Neill.
O'Neill, present.
O'Neill, present. 30A, Paul Novotny.
Botany, present.
Novotny, present. 30B, Eric Lucero. Lucero, present. 31A, Kurt Doubt. Doubt, present. 31B, Cal K. Barr.
Barr, present.
Barr, present. 32A, Brian Johnson.
Johnson, present.
Johnson, present. 32B, Ann New Brindley. New Brindley, present. 33A, Jerry Hertas.
Hertas, 33A, St. Paul, present.
Hertas, present. 33B, Kelly Morrison.
Morrison, present.
Morrison, present. 34A, Kristen Robbins.
Robbins, present.
Robbins, present. 34B, Kristen Bonner. 34B, Kristen Bonner. 35A, John Heinrich.
Heinrich, present.
Heinrich, present. 35B, Peggy Scott.
Scott, present.
Scott, present. 36A, Zach Stevenson.
Stevenson, present.
Stevenson, present. 36B, Melissa Hortman. Hortman, present. 37A, Aaron Cagle.
Cagle, present.
Cagle, present. 37B, Nolan West.
West, present.
West, present. 38A, Donald Raleigh. Raleigh, present. 38B, Amy Wozlowick.
Wozlowick, present.
Wozlowick, present. 39A, Bob Detmer.
Detmer, present.
Detmer, present. 39B, Shelley Christensen. 39B, Shelley Christensen.
Christensen, present.
Christensen, present. 40A, Michael Nelson.
Nelson, present. Nelson M. present.
Nelson,
We might be in the same group.
Nelson, present. 40B, Samantha Vang.
Vang, present.
Vang, present. 41A, Connie Bernardi.
Bernardi, present.
Bernardi, present. 41B, Sandra Feist.
Feist, present.
Feist, present. 42A, Kelly Moeller.
Moeller, present.
Moeller, present. 42B, Jamie Becker Finn.
Becker Finn, present.
Becker Finn, present. 43A, Peter M. Fisher.
Fisher, present.
Fisher, present. 43B, Leon M. Lilly.
Lily, present.
Lilly, present. 44A, Ginny Cleavorn.
Cleavorn, present.
Cleavorn, present. 44B, Patty Acomb.
Acom, present.
Acomb, present. 45A, Cedric Rommel Frazier.
Frazier, present.
Frazier, present. 45B, Mike Freiberg.
Freiberg, present.
Freiberg, present. 46A, Ryan Winkler. Winkler, present. 46B, Cheryl Joachim.
Joachim, present.
Joachim, present. 47A, Jim Nash.
Nash, present.
Nash, present. 47B, Greg Bowe.
Bo, present.
Bowe, present. 48A, Lori Pryor.
Pryor, present.
Pryor, present. 48B, Carly Katiza Watoon.
Tiza Watoon, present.
Katiza Watoon, present. 49A, Heather Edelson.
Edelson, present.
Edelson, present. 49B, Steve Elkins.
Elkins, present.
Elkins, present. 50A, Michael Howard.
Howard, present.
Howard, present. 50B, Andrew Carlson.
Carlson, present.
Carlson, present. 51A, Sandra Mason.
Mason, present.
Mason, present. 51B, Liz Ryer.
Ryer, present.
Ryer, present. 52A, Rick Hansen.
Hanson, St. Paul, present.
Hansen, present. 52B, Ruth Richardson.
Richardson, present.
Richardson, present. 53A, Tu Zhang.
Zhang, present.
Zhang, present. 53B, Steve Sandell. 53B, Steve Sandell.
Sandell, present.
Sandell, present. 54A, Keith Frankie. Frankie, present. 54B, Tony Jurgens.
Jurgens, present.
Jurgens, present. 55A, Eric Mortensen. Mortensen, present. 55B, Tony Albright.
Albright, present.
Albright, present. 56A, Jessica Hansen.
Hanson, present.
Hansen, present. 56B, Kayla Berg.
Berg, present.
Berg, present. 57A, Robert Bierman.
Bierman, present.
Bierman, present. 57B, John D. Hewitt.
Hewitt, present.
Hewitt, present. 58A, John Kosnick.
Cosmic, St. Paul, present.
Kosnick, present. 58B, Pat Garofalo.
Present.
Garofalo, present. 59A, Fu Lee.
Lee, present.
Lee, present. 59B, Esther Abaje.
Agbaje, present.
Abaje, present. 68A, Sydney Jordan.
Jordan, present.
Jordan, present. 56B, Mahmoud Noor.
60B, Mahmoud Nur, present.
Noor, present. 61A, Frank Hornstein.
Ornstein, present.
Hornstein, present. 61B, Jamie Long.
Long, present.
Long, present. 62A, Hodan Hassan.
Hassan, present.
Hassan, present. 62B, Aisha Gomez.
Gomez, present.
Gomez, present. 63A, Jim Dabney.
Dabney, present.
Dabney, present. 63B, Emma Greenman.
Greenman, present.
Greenman, present. 64A, Coley Herr. Herr, present. 64B, Dave Pinto.
Pinto, present.
Pinto, present. 65A, Rena Moran.
Moran, present.
Moran, present. 65B, Carlos Mariani.
Mariani, St. Paul, presente.
Mariani, present. 66A, Alice Hausman.
Houseman, present.
Hausman, present. 66B, Athena Hollins.
Hollins, present.
Hollins, present. 67A, John Thompson.
Thompson, present.
Thompson, present. 67B, Jay Zhang.
Jay Xiong, present.
Zhang, present. Three B, Mary Murphy.
Murphy, present.
Murphy, present. 6A, Julie Sandsted.
Sandsted, present.
Sandsted, present. 34B, Kristen Bonner.
Bonner, present.
Bonner, present.
There being 133 certificates of election on file, I call on the Honorable Paul Thiessen, Associate Justice of the Minnesota Supreme Court, to come forward to administer the oath of office to members-elect. Will the members-elect in the House chamber presently please rise while Justice Thiessen administers the oath of office?
Members-elect, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God? Please respond, I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Members and members-elect, Justice Thiessen will now administer the oath of office to members-elect not present in the House chamber in alphabetical order. The Chief Clerk's House IT staff will now pin the next 9 members-elect on the Zoom platform to be sworn in.
Will the following members elect, Acomb, Abaje, Albright, Anderson, Backer, Bonner, Barr, Baker, and Becker-Finn, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability? So help you God?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations. Will the following members elect, Bennett, Berg, Bernardi, Bierman, Bliss, Bowe, Bolden, Carlson, and Christensen, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Will.
Please say I do.
I do. I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you? Will the following members-elect, Daniels, Davids, Davney, Damuth, Detmer, Eklund, Edelson, Elkins, and Erickson, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Congratulations. Will the following members elect? Feist, Fisher, Franzen, Frazier, Frederick, Freiberg, Garofalo, Gomez, and Green, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I don't know if it's me next.
Frankie was here. Yeah, Frankie was here. Frankie?
I may not be in this group. I might be in the next group.
It's tough when they make you smile over and over and over.
Could you have Representative Greenhaven stand up? He's in his office, but his head isn't there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. A quick request, if Representative Grunhagen could please stand up. Thank you, Representative.
Will the following members elect: Greenman, Grunhagen, Haley, Hamilton, Hanson R., Hanson J., Hassan, Hausman, and Heinrich, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Got some books there. That makes sense. We got those boxes there. So you're not creative.
Okay, well, I'm on now, so I don't had it. I mean, I have to be on then.
We can just get a phone call. Ornstein's outside. What ages?
A quick request for Representative Johnson, if he could please turn on his camera.
Will the following members elect? Heintzman, Hertos, Hollins, Hornstein, Howard, Huat, Johnson, Jordan, and Jurgens please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability? So help you God.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So serious.
Good. Is that too serious?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Will the following members elect? Keeler, Keel, Cleavorn, Kegel, Kotiza Watun, Kosnick, Krisha, Lee, and Liebling please raise your right hand to take the oath of office? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Yeah, make sure they can hear you.
Oops, sorry.
Will the following members elect: Lilly, Lippert, Lislegard, Long, Lewick, Mariani, Marquardt, Mason, and McDonald, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will the following members elect: Meckland, Moeller, Moran, Morrison, Munson, Murphy, Nash, Nelson M., and Nelson N., please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations. Will the following members elect: Knorr, Novotny, O'Driscoll, O'Neill, Pulowski, Petersburg, Pearson, Pinto, and Poston, please raise your right hand to take the oath of office? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do. I do.
Congratulations. Will the following members elect? Pryor, Quam, Ryer, Richardson, Robbins, Sandell, Sandsted, Schumacher, and Schultz. Please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do. I will.
Congratulations.
Raise your right hand.
Too much. Thank you. Yeah. No. Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, me too.
A quick request, if Representative Erdahl could please stand up.
Will the following members elect? Scott, Stevenson, Sundin, Swazinski, Tice, Thompson, Torkelson, Erdahl, and Vang. Please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I will.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, now back to my chaos.
Will the following members elect, Wozlowick, Zhang Jie, Zhang Ti, and Joachim, please raise your right hand, and West, if I didn't say that, sorry. Please raise your right hand to take the oath of office. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Congratulations.
Right.
Members, the clerk pro tempore will call the roll in alphabetical order to determine a quorum. Please state your location and that you are present.
Acom.
Acom, St. Paul, present.
Acom, St. Paul, present. Abaje.
Agbaje, St. Paul, present.
Abaje, St. Paul, present. Ackland. Ackland, St. Paul, present. Albright.
Albright, St. Paul, present.
Albright, St. Paul, present. Anderson.
Anderson, St. Paul, present.
Anderson, St. Paul, present. Backer.
Hacker, St. Paul, present.
Backer, St. Paul, present. Bonner.
Bonner, St. Paul, present.
Bonner, St. Paul, present. Barr. Barr. Barr.
Roll call.
Barr.
Barr, present.
Barr, present. Barr, St. Paul, present. Baker.
Baker, St. Paul, present.
Baker, St. Paul, present. Becker Finn.
Becker Finn, St. Paul, present.
Becker Finn, St. Paul, present. Bennett.
Bennett, St. Paul, present.
Bennett, St. Paul, present. Berg.
Berg, present.
Berg, St. Paul, present. Bernardi.
Bernardi, St. Paul, present.
Bernardi, St. Paul, present. Bierman.
Bierman, St. Paul, present.
Bierman, St. Paul, present. Bliss.
Bliss, St. Paul, present.
Bliss, St. Paul, present. Bow.
Bo, St. Paul, present.
Bow, St. Paul, present. Bolden.
Bolden, St. Paul, present.
Bolden, St. Paul, present. Burkle. Burkle, St. Paul, present. Carlson.
Carlson, St. Paul, present.
Carlson, St. Paul, present. Christensen.
Christensen, St. Paul, present.
Christensen, St. Paul, present. Daniels.
Daniels, St. Paul, present.
Daniels, St. Paul, present. Doubt. Doubt, St. Paul, present. Davids.
David's, St. Paul, present.
Davids, St. Paul, present. Davney.
Davney, St. Paul,
present.
Dabney, St. Paul, present. Dameth,
Dameth, St. Paul, present.
Dameth, St. Paul, present. Detmer,
Detmer, St. Paul, present.
Detmer, St. Paul, present. Drazkowski, Drazkowski, St. Paul, present. Eklund,
Eklund, St. Paul, present.
Eklund, St. Paul, present. Edelson,
Edelson, St. Paul, present.
Edelson, St. Paul, present. Elkins,
Elkins, St. Paul, present.
Elkins, St. Paul, present. Erickson,
Erickson, St. Paul, present.
Erickson, St. Paul, present. Feist,
Feist, St. Paul, present.
Feist, St. Paul, present. Fisher,
Fisher, St. Paul, present.
Fisher, St. Paul, present. Frankie, Frankie, St. Paul, present. Franzen, Franzen,
Here.
Franzen,
Present.
Franzen, St. Paul, present. Frazier,
Frazier, St. Paul, present.
Frazier, St. Paul, present. Frederick,
St. Paul, present.
Frederick, St. Paul, present. Freiberg,
Freiberg, St. Paul, present.
Freiberg, St. Paul, present. Garofalo,
Garofalo, St. Paul, present.
Garofalo, St. Paul, present. Gomez,
Gomez, St. Paul, present.
Gomez, St. Paul, present. Green,
Green, St. Paul, present.
Green, St. Paul, present. Greenman,
Greenman, St. Paul, present.
Greenman, St. Paul, present. Grunhagen,
Gruenhagen, St. Paul, present.
Grunhagen, St. Paul, present. Haley,
Haley, St. Paul, present.
Haley, St. Paul, present. Hamilton,
Hamilton, St. Paul, present.
Hamilton, St. Paul, present. R. Hanson,
Hanson, St. Paul, present.
R. Hanson, St. Paul, present. J. Hanson, J. Hanson. Hassan,
Hanson, St. Paul, present.
J. Hanson, St. Paul, present. Hassan,
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 Hassan, St. Paul, present.
Hassan, St. Paul, present. Hausman,
Hausman, St. Paul, present.
Hausman, St. Paul, present. Heinrich,
Heinrich, St. Paul, present.
Heinrich, St. Paul, present. Heinzman, Heinzman. Her, St. Paul, present. Hertas,
Hertas, St. Paul, present.
Hertas, St. Paul, present. Hollins,
Holland, St. Paul, present.
Holland, St. Paul, present. Hornstein, Hornstein,
Hornstein, St. Paul, present.
Hornstein, St. Paul, present.
Hornstein, St. Paul, present.
Hortman, Hortman, St. Paul, present. Howard,
Howard, St. Paul, present.
Howard, St. Paul, present. Hewitt,
Hewitt, St. Paul, present.
Hewitt, St. Paul, present. Igo, St. Paul, present. Johnson,
Johnson, St. Paul, present.
Johnson, St. Paul, present. Jordan,
Jordan, St. Paul, present.
Jordan, St. Paul, present. Jurgens,
Jurgens, St. Paul, present.
Jurgen, St. Paul, present. Keeler,
Keeler, St. Paul, present.
Keeler, St. Paul, present. Keel, Keel,
St. Paul, present.
Keel, St. Paul, present. Cleavorn,
Cleaborn, St. Paul, present.
Cleavorn, St. Paul, present. Kegel, Kegel, Katiza-Watoon.
Watoon, St. Paul, present.
Katiza-Watoon, St. Paul, present. Kosnick.
Cosnick, St. Paul, present.
Kosnick, St. Paul, present. Kresha.
Grisha, St. Paul, present.
Kresha, St. Paul, present. Lee.
Lee, St. Paul, present.
Lee, St. Paul, present. Liebling.
Liebling, St. Paul, present.
Liebling, St. Paul, present. Lily.
Lily, St. Paul, present.
Lily, St. Paul, present. Lippert.
Lippert, St. Paul, present.
Lippert, St. Paul, present. Lislegard.
Disregard, St. Paul, present.
Lislegard, St. Paul, present. Long.
Long, St. Paul, present.
Long, St. Paul, present. Lucero. Lucero, St. Paul, present. Lewick.
Lewick, St. Paul, present.
Lewick, St. Paul, present. Mariani.
Mariani, St. Paul, present.
Mariani, St. Paul, present. Marquardt.
Marquardt, St. Paul, present.
Marquardt, St. Paul, present. Mason.
Mason, St. Paul, present.
Mason, St. Paul, present. McDonald.
McDonald, St. Paul, present.
McDonald, St. Paul, present. Meckland.
Mecklen, St. Paul, present.
Meckland, St. Paul, present. Miller.
Miller, St. Paul, present.
Miller, St. Paul, present. Moeller.
Moeller, St. Paul, present.
Moeller, St. Paul, present. Moran.
Moran, St. Paul, present.
Moran, St. Paul, present. Morrison.
Morrison, St. Paul, present.
Morrison, St. Paul, present. Mortensen. Mortensen, St. Paul, present. Mueller. Mueller, St. Paul, present. Munson.
Munson, St. Paul, present.
Munson, St. Paul, present. Murphy.
Murphy, St. Paul, present.
Murphy, St. Paul, present. Nash.
Nash, St. Paul, present.
Nash, St. Paul, present. M. Nelson.
Nelson M., St. Paul, present.
Nelson M. St. Paul, present. Nelson N. Nelson N.
Nelson N., St. Paul, present.
Nelson N. St. Paul, present. New Brinley. New Brinley, St. Paul, present. Nor.
Nor, St. Paul, present.
Nor, St. Paul, present. Novotny.
Bonnie, St. Paul, present.
Novotny, St. Paul, present. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll, St. Paul, present.
O'Driscoll, St. Paul, present. B. Olson. Olson B. present. Olson L. present. St. Paul. O'Neill.
Neil, St. Paul, present.
O'Neill, St. Paul, present. Pulowski.
Pulowski, St. Paul, present.
Pulowski, St. Paul, present. Petersburg.
Petersburg, St. Paul, present.
Petersburg, St. Paul, present. Farr. Farr, St. Paul, present. Pearson.
Pearson, St. Paul, present.
Pearson, St. Paul, present. Pinto.
Pinto, St. Paul, present.
Pinto, St. Paul, present. Poston.
Poston, St. Paul, present.
Poston, St. Paul, present. Pryor.
Pryor, St. Paul, present.
Pryor, St. Paul, present. Quam.
Quam, St. Paul, present.
Quam, St. Paul, present. Raleigh. Raleigh, St. Paul, present. Rasmussen. Rasmussen, St. Paul, present. Ryer.
Ryer, St. Paul, present.
Ryer, St. Paul, present. Richardson.
Richardson, St. Paul, present.
Richardson, St. Paul, present. Robbins.
Robbins, St. Paul, present.
Robbins, St. Paul, present. Sandell.
Sandell, St. Paul, present.
Sandell, St. Paul, present. Sandsted.
Sandsted, St. Paul, present.
Sandsted, St. Paul, present. Schomacher. Schomacher.
Schumacher, St. Paul, present.
Schumacher, St. Paul, present. Schultz.
Schultz, St. Paul, present.
Schultz, St. Paul, present. Scott. Scott.
Scott, St. Paul, present.
Scott, St. Paul, present. Stevenson.
Stevenson, St. Paul, present.
Stevenson, St. Paul, present. Sundin.
Sundin, St. Paul, present.
Sundin, St. Paul, present. Swazinski.
Swazinski, St. Paul, present.
Swazinski, St. Paul, present. Tice.
Tice, St. Paul, present.
Tice, St. Paul, present. Thompson.
Thompson, St. Paul, present.
Thompson, St. Paul, present. Torkelson.
Torkelson, St. Paul, present.
Torkelson, St. Paul, present. Erdahl.
Erdahl, St. Paul, present.
Erdahl, St. Paul, present. Vang.
Vang, St. Paul, present.
Vang, St. Paul, present. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick, St. Paul, present.
Wozlowick, St. Paul, present. West.
West, St. Paul, present.
West, St. Paul, present. Winkler. Winkler, St. Paul, present. Wolgamott. Wolgamott, St. Paul, present. Zhang Jie.
Xiong Jie, St. Paul, present.
Zhang Jie, St. Paul, present. Zhang Ti.
Zhang Ti, St. Paul, present.
Zhang Ti, St. Paul, present. Joachim.
Joachim, St. Paul, present.
Joachim, St. Paul, present. Heinzman.
Heinzman, St. Paul, present.
Heinzman, St. Paul, present. Kegel.
Hagel, St. Paul, present.
Kegel, St. Paul, present.
A quorum is present. Members, congratulations on being members of the Minnesota House of Representatives. And to the new members in particular, welcome to Minnesota history, because you're now a part of it. No matter how long you serve, whether it's 1 term or 20 terms or more, you will have made your mark on the history of the state of Minnesota, and your service and what you do with it will outlast you and live as long as there is a state of Minnesota. Put another way, from this day forward, you are not merely passengers on the ship, you are steering the ship. We gather here today under unusual and unorthodox circumstances. 350,000 or more of our fellow Americans and 5,500 or more of our fellow Minnesotans have succumbed to the effects of a once-in-a-century pandemic, which is to say that your leadership is needed. Minnesota needs you. America needs you. May God bless you, and may God bless your service in the Minnesota House of Representatives. Members, we will now proceed to the election of the Speaker of the House. Nominations are in order. I will now recognize Representative Moran from District 65A for the purpose of a nomination.
Good afternoon, members. I would like to nominate Melissa Hortman as Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives. Melissa Hortman has led the Minnesota House through trying times with a strong sense of leadership, dignity, respect, and in partnership with members of this body and the Senate and the executive branch. In one of the most trying times in history, Melissa has led us through a pandemic, civic unrest, while also balancing the budget in a way that will make everyday people's lives better. We need her to see us through this recovery. She has an eye for racial equity and a bit of a shaking up the norms. She is a strong leader and a servant leader who uses critical thinking and ethical decision-making that helps to meet the challenges of our changing and complex state. Member, Melissa is a leader of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Please join me in supporting Melissa Hortman as Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives.
Are there any seconds to the nomination of Melissa Hortman? I recognize Representative Lilly of District 43B.
Thank you, Secretary Simon. With great honor, I'd happily second the nomination of Speaker Hortman to continue serving Minnesota in this role. She's just doing a great job and really serving in Minnesota. You know, Melissa was born and raised in Minnesota. Not that that's everything, but it's really neat that she's risen to this role from a deep love of our state. And you can just see that in everything she does. She makes sure that people have opportunities. And just as Representative Moran mentioned, you know, she's not afraid to shake it up a little bit and to challenge us all. She makes sure that you succeed and that you're uplifted. She's, you know, in this difficult time, she's keeping us safe. She's, you know, all the members, but she really is focused on the staff too, which is so important. Our team, you know, we're so well served by amazing members of our team that help us succeed as a state, and she's kept them safe in the House, and I'm so very proud of that, and the public, and we know that she's thinking about them through this whole entire process. You know, she grew up, she had a kind of a neat experience to me. She grew up in small business, and you could tell that, you know, she was used to, it shows in her, I think in the speakership, because she's willing to, you know, work long hours and, you know, stay when everybody else goes home. So you can kind of tell that, you know, for kind of that owner's mentality, you know, and she was working while she's going to law school. But I also love that you could tell that she didn't work in the front desk only or the front area, that she went in the back. She's got a little bit of an edge to her. You know, I work for a living outside of this job, and you can tell that she's got a little edge to her, and every once in a while you can see that in some of the language, or I suppose I shouldn't say that here, but she's a fighter, and I think that's great that we have her in this role. She's truthful. She's very considerate to every member, and it's hard not to respect that. She knows the law, and she's going to uphold the law and the state constitution. And I'd really be honored, and I'm honored to do this, but I think as a state, we're so blessed by her service. And please join me in re-electing Speaker Hortman to continue the great service that she's done through this difficult time. And clearly she's up to the task, and I ask for your support.
I now recognize Representative Torkelson from District 16B for the purpose of a nomination.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Members, I am honored to rise today to place in nomination Representative Curt Dowd from District 31A to serve as Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives. It has been my good fortune to serve with Representative Dowd since he was first elected back in 2010. In 2015, he was one of the youngest members ever elected to serve as Speaker of the Minnesota House and served 2 terms leading this chamber. Throughout his time in leadership, he has worked with other legislators and the governor in the best interests of the state of Minnesota. As Speaker, Representative Dowd delivered the largest tax cut for Minnesotans in 2 decades, cut wasteful spending, made the largest ever investments in road and bridge infrastructure without a tax increase, and passed a nation-leading program that has lowered healthcare costs for thousands of Minnesotans. He did all of these things and more, working on a bipartisan basis. Representative Dowd knows that all of us bring unique ideas to the Capitol and empowers members to represent their constituents and make Minnesota the best place it can be to live, work, and raise families. Elect Representative Dowd as our next speaker, and we will be electing a proven leader who will work with the Senate and the governor to defeat COVID and bring Minnesota's economy roaring back. He will fight to protect Minnesotans from tax hikes that would slow our economy, help our kids safely return to the classroom, and expand school choice options for the students who are being harmed by distance learning and need to catch up. Most importantly, he will help restore the legislature's role as a co-equal branch of government. When he served as Speaker, Representative Dowd defended this institution against the governor who attempted to defund the legislature just to get his way. Representative Dowd will put an end to the sweeping unilateral powers of a governor that have stifled the voices of our constituents. And he will put the legislature and executive branches on equal footing once again, as intended under Minnesota's Constitution. It is these priorities and accomplishments that we can continue to build on by electing Representative Dowd as House Speaker. We can count on him to advocate for and deliver on the priorities of Minnesotans. Please join me in voting for Curt Dowd to serve once again as Speaker of the House.
Are there any seconds to the nomination of Representative Curt Dowd for Speaker of the House? I recognize Representative Damuth of District 13A.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Members and guests, it is my honor to second the nomination of my friend, Representative Curt Dowd, for Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives. Representative Dowd is the experienced, principled, and effective leader that we need at a time when our standing as a legislative body has been deeply diminished by the governor's emergency powers. Representative Dowd has always defended the integrity and importance of the legislative branch when it's been under threat by the executive branch. He will work to restore the legislature's voice and make sure that all of our constituents have a voice in how we continue our fight against COVID-19. Representative Dowd has proven during his service as state representative, minority leader, and speaker that he has the values, convictions, and experience to lead this chamber and deliver on the priorities of Minnesota families. He will continue fighting for our Main Street businesses who have been so harmed by the governor's executive orders. He will work to safely reopen our schools and make sure that children in every corner of the state have access to a great education. He will work to lower healthcare costs and oppose efforts to end private insurance as we know it. He's proven he can deliver on these priorities and has demonstrated an ability to bring together legislators and work with the governor to improve our state. He knows the importance of making sure that Minnesotans in rural, metro, and suburban districts have their voices heard and respected, and making sure that members can bring forward the great ideas inspired by our constituents and be the most effective legislators they can be on behalf of those that we are lucky enough to represent. This biennium will present immense challenges as we work to rebuild our economy, defeat COVID-19, and pass the 2-year state budget. Representative Dowd's values and leadership make him the right choice to serve once again as Speaker of the House. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Are there any further nominations for Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? If not, I declare the nominations closed. The 2 nominated candidates for Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives are Representative Hortman and Representative Dowd. The Clerk pro tempore will call the roll on the election of Speaker of the House.
Acom.
Acom votes Hortman.
Acom votes Hortman. Abeje.
Agbaje votes Hortman.
Agbaje votes Hortman. Ackland. Ackland votes doubt. Albright.
Albright votes doubt.
Albright votes doubt. Anderson.
Anderson votes doubt.
Anderson votes doubt. Backer.
Backer votes doubt.
Backer votes doubt. Bonner.
Bonner votes Hortman.
Bonner votes Hortman. Barr.
Barr, pass.
Barr, pass. Baker.
Baker votes doubt.
Baker votes doubt. Becker Finn.
Becker Finn votes Hortman.
Becker Finn votes Hortman. Bennett.
Bennett votes doubt.
Bennett votes doubt. Berg.
Berg votes Hortman.
Berg votes Hortman. Bernardi.
Bernardi votes Hortman.
Bernardi votes Hortman. Bierman.
Bierman votes Hortman.
Bierman votes Hortman. Bliss.
Bliss votes doubt.
Bliss votes doubt. Bow.
Oh, doubt, no doubt.
Bow votes doubt. Bolden.
Bolden votes Hortman.
Bolden votes Hortman. Burkle. Burkle votes doubt. Carlson.
Carlson votes Hortman.
Carlson votes Hortman. Christensen.
Christensen votes Hortman.
Christensen votes Hortman. Daniels.
Daniels votes doubt.
Daniels votes doubt. Doubt. Doubt votes doubt. Davids.
Davids votes doubt.
Davids votes doubt. Davney.
Dabney votes Hortman.
Davney votes Hortman. Damath.
Damath votes doubt.
Damath votes doubt. Detmer.
Detmer votes doubt.
Detmer votes doubt. Traskowski. Traskowski, pass. Eklund.
Eklund votes Hortman.
Eklund votes Hortman. Edelson.
Edelson votes Hortman.
Edelson votes Hortman. Elkins.
Elkins votes Hortman.
Elkins votes Hortman. Erickson.
Erickson proudly votes doubt.
Erickson votes doubt. Feist.
Feist votes Hortman.
Feist votes Hortman. Fisher. Fisher. Frankie. Frankie votes doubt. Franzen.
Franson votes doubt.
Franzen votes doubt. Frazier.
Frazier votes Hortman.
Frazier votes Hortman. Frederick.
Frederick votes Hortman.
Frederick votes Hortman. Freiberg.
Freiberg votes Hortman.
Freiberg votes Hortman. Garofalo.
Garofalo votes doubt.
Garofalo votes doubt. Gomez.
Gomez votes Hortman.
Gomez votes Hortman. Green. Green
Green votes doubt.
Green votes doubt. Greenman.
Greenman votes Hortman.
Greenman votes Hortman. Gruenhagen. Gruenhagen. Haley.
Haley votes doubt.
Haley votes doubt. Hamilton.
Hamilton votes doubt.
Hamilton votes doubt. Hanson R.
Hanson R votes Hortman.
Hanson R votes Hortman. Hanson J.
Hanson J votes Hortman.
Hanson J votes Hortman. Hassan.
Hassan votes Hortman.
Hassan votes Hortman. Hausman.
Hausman votes Hortman.
Hausman votes Hortman. Heinrich.
Heinrich votes doubt.
Heinrich votes doubt. Heinzman.
Heinzman votes doubt.
Heinzman votes doubt. Her votes Hortman. Hertas.
Hertas votes doubt.
Hertas votes doubt. Hollins.
Hollins votes Hortman.
Hollins votes Hortman. Hornstein.
Hornstein votes Hortman.
Hornstein votes Hortman. Hortman. Hortman votes Hortman. Howard.
Howard votes Hortman.
Howard votes Hortman. Hewitt.
Hewitt votes Hortman.
Hewitt votes Hortman. Igo. Igo votes doubt. Johnson.
Johnson votes doubt.
Johnson votes doubt. Jordan.
Jordan votes Hortman.
Jordan votes Hortman. Jurgens.
Jurgens votes doubt.
Jurgens votes doubt. Keeler.
Keeler votes Hortman.
Keeler votes Hortman. Keel.
Keel votes doubt.
Keel votes doubt. Cleavorn.
Cleaborn votes Hortman.
Cleavorn votes Hortman. Kegel.
Hagel votes Hortman.
Kegel votes Hortman. Katiza Wattoon.
Katiza Wattoon votes Hortman.
Katiza Wattoon votes Hortman. Kosnick.
Kosnick votes doubt.
Kosnick votes doubt. Krisha.
Krisha votes doubt.
Krisha votes doubt. Lee.
Lee votes Hortman.
Lee votes Hortman. Liebling.
Liebling votes Hortman.
Liebling votes Hortman. Lilly.
Lily votes Hortman.
Lilly votes Hortman. Lippert.
Lippert votes Hortman.
Lippert votes Hortman. Listlegard.
Listlegard votes Hortman.
Listlegard votes Hortman. Long.
Long votes Hortman.
Long votes Hortman. Lucero.
Zero pass.
Lucero pass. Lewick.
Lewick votes doubt.
Lewick votes doubt. Mariani.
Mariani votes Hortman.
Mariani votes Hortman. Marquardt.
Marquardt votes Hortman.
Marquardt votes Hortman. Mason.
Mason votes Hortman.
Mason votes Hortman. McDonald.
McDonald votes doubt.
McDonald votes doubt. Meckland.
Mecklen doubt.
Meckland votes doubt. Miller.
Miller pass.
Miller pass. Moeller.
Moeller votes Hortman.
Moeller votes Hortman. Moran. Moran.
Moran votes Hortman.
Moran votes Hortman. Morrison.
Morrison votes Hortman.
Morrison votes Hortman. Mortensen. Pass. Mortensen pass. Mueller. Mueller votes doubt. Munson.
Munson votes to pass.
Munson pass. Murphy.
Murphy votes Hortman.
Murphy votes Hortman. Nash.
Nash votes doubt.
Nash votes doubt. Nelson M.
Nelson M votes Hortman.
Nelson M votes Hortman. Nelson N.
Nelson N votes doubt.
Nelson N votes doubt. New Brinley. New Brinley votes doubt. Nor.
Nor votes Hortman.
Nor votes Hortman. Novotny.
Novotny votes doubt.
Novotny votes doubt. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll votes doubt.
O'Driscoll votes doubt. Olson B. Olson B votes doubt. Olson L. Olson L votes Hortman.
I guess so.
O'Neill.
Did you hear if they said McDonald? Huh?
O'Neill votes doubt.
O'Neill votes doubt. Pulowski.
Pulowski votes Hortman.
Pulowski votes Hortman. Petersburg.
Petersburg votes doubt.
Petersburg votes doubt. Far. Far votes doubt. Pearson.
Pearson votes doubt.
Pearson votes doubt. Pinto.
Pinto votes Hortman.
Pinto votes Hortman. Poston.
Poston votes doubt.
Poston votes doubt. Pryor.
Pryor votes Hortman.
Pryor votes Hortman. Quam.
Quam votes doubt.
Quam votes doubt. Raleigh. Raleigh votes doubt. Rasmussen. Rasmussen votes doubt. Ryer.
Ryer votes Hortman.
Ryer votes Hortman. Richardson.
Richardson votes Hortman.
Richardson votes Hortman. Robbins.
Robbins votes doubt.
Robbins votes doubt. Sandell.
Sandell votes Hortman.
Sandell votes Hortman. Sandsted.
Sandsted votes Hortman.
Sandsted votes Hortman. Schumacher.
Schumacher votes doubt.
Schumacher votes doubt. Schultz.
Schultz votes Hortman.
Schultz votes Hortman. Scott.
Scott votes doubt.
Scott votes doubt. Stevenson.
Stevenson votes Hortman.
Stevenson votes Hortman. Sundin.
Sundin votes Hortman.
Sundin votes Hortman. Swazinski.
Wazinski votes doubt.
Swazinski votes doubt. Tice.
Tice votes doubt.
Tice votes doubt. Thompson.
Thompson votes Hortman.
Thompson votes Hortman. Torkelson. Torkelson. Erdahl.
Erdahl votes doubt.
Erdahl votes doubt. Vang.
Vane votes Hortman.
Vang votes Hortman. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick votes Hortman.
Wozlowick votes Hortman. West.
West votes doubt.
West votes doubt. Winkler. Winkler votes Hortman. Wolgamott. Wolgamott votes Hortman. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie votes Hortman.
Zhang Jie votes Hortman. Zhang Ti.
Zhang T votes Hortman.
Zhang Ti votes Hortman. Joachim.
Joachim votes Hortman.
Joachim votes Hortman. Barr.
Barr, pass.
Barr, pass. Drazkowski. Drazkowski, pass. Fisher.
Fisher votes Hortman.
Fisher votes Hortman. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen votes doubt.
Gruenhagen votes doubt. Lucero. Lucero. Miller.
Miller, pass.
Miller, pass. Mortensen. Mortensen, pass. Munson.
Pass.
Munson, pass. Torkelson. Torkelson. right, Torkelson. Torkelson votes doubt.
The results of the roll call on the election of Speaker of the House are as follows. Representative Hortman, 70 votes. Representative Doubt, 57 votes. I therefore declare Representative Melissa Hortman duly elected Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives for the 2021-2022 session. Will the Speaker-elect please come forward to the rostrum? I call on the Honorable Paul Thiessen, Associate Justice of the Minnesota Supreme Court, to give the oath of office to the Speaker-elect.
You're so tall and I'm so short. Thank you.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you for being here.
It is now my honor and privilege to hand to you this gavel, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, members. I'm honored to be elected to serve another term as Speaker of the House, and I'm grateful for the trust that you have placed in me. While we don't have guests in the chamber today, we all have friends and family who helped us get here and who are probably following along online. I'd like to thank my parents, Harry and Linda, my husband, Mark, and my children, Colin and Sophie, who helped me arrive here today. Thank you so much to the incredible staff who support this institution and make it work. Thank you, Secretary Simon, Justice Thiessen, and Representative Moran, Representative Lilly, and Representative Winkler. Last time we gathered at the start of a new biennium, things were so different. Some of my 2004 classmates accompanied me to the Speaker's rostrum after I was elected. Among them, Representative Diane Loeffler. We've experienced so much loss since then, including our beloved colleague. While last biennium started as a very festive day, this day is more somber. Because of the pandemic, we are facing some of the greatest public policy challenges any of us could imagine in our lifetimes. But now vaccines are rolling out, and hopefully we're beginning to see the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. Though we all know there are tough days ahead, all of us must continue to wear masks, wash our hands frequently, and social distance to protect each other from this illness. The impact of the pandemic has been broad and deep and is ongoing. More than 5,000 Minnesotans have already lost their lives due to COVID-19, and unfortunately, we will lose many more before this pandemic is over. Minnesotans have lost jobs, had to scale back their businesses, and fear what's ahead financially. But But the legislature has worked together in a bipartisan way throughout 2020 to provide assistance to Minnesotans, starting in March and April, and most recently working together in December to provide assistance to Minnesota businesses and Minnesota individuals who are unemployed. And the federal government has followed our lead and provided some more help. But our work is not done. As COVID-19 continues to threaten our families and communities, we need to focus on recovering and rebuilding from the pandemic and ensuring that Minnesotans have affordable health care, great educational opportunities from preschool through job training, and economic security. We must help Minnesotans weather what we hope are the last months of this pandemic, and then we must help them thrive once it's over. We face a projected budget deficit in the next couple of years, and we must make difficult choices in the months to come. Our state has unacceptable racial disparities and inequities, and we must address those. While many Minnesotans have weathered the pandemic well, others are struggling to get by without economic security, feeling squeezed by high healthcare costs, student debt, insecure retirement, childcare expenses, or a lack of safe and affordable housing. We have a choice to make. We've just come out of a very divisive election. We're in the middle of a pandemic that can be a time to unify, but so far has divided us. We remain the only divided legislature in the country. We can follow the path that the pundits expect us to go down and use committee hearings and floor sessions to demonize and focus on divisions, or falsely represent one another's points of view. Or we can serve Minnesota by working together, focusing on the merits of each other's arguments and recognizing that no party has a monopoly on good ideas. Together, we can build a Minnesota that works better for everyone. Every Minnesotan deserves the chance to succeed and to build a better future for themselves and their families. We will disagree and disagree strongly. This institution is designed to allow us to do that. But we can disagree without demonization, and we can argue about ideas without treating someone who has a different idea as an enemy or a villain. It's time to take off the red and blue jerseys of the campaign season and work together as Team Minnesota. Minnesotans are counting on us. Let's get to work. Announcement by the Speaker.
The Speaker announces the appointment of the following members of the House to the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration. Ryan Winkler, Chair, Esther Abege, Vice Chair, Kali Herr, Sydney Jordan, Leon Lilly, Jamie Long, Rena Moran, Jean Pulowski, Lori Pryor, Dan Wolgamott, Kurt Doubt, Barb Haley, Jim Nash, Ann New Brindley, Bjorn Olson, and Cal Barr.
The next order of business is the election of the Chief Clerk. I recognize Representative Moran from District 65A for the purpose of a nomination.
Madam Speaker, thank you. I have once again, the honor of nominating a great person, and that would be Patrick Duffy Murphy. So just to talk a little bit about Patrick, for those who don't know his history here, he was a page in the front office beginning in 1978. He moved on to become administrative aide in 1980, and then a journal editor in 1981 until 2004. He then moved on to become the first assistant chief clerk in 2005 and was there until 2014, when in 2015, he became the chief clerk, where he is the present chief clerk. Patrick is an active member of the American Society on Legislative Clerks and Secretaries. That is a staff organization of the National Conference of State Legislatures, the NCSL. He's a member of the board of directors for Minnesota YWCA, Youth in Government, and he's been a member since 2008 to the present. He's a graduate of the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota for a BA degree in journalism. Patrick was born and raised in St. Paul, Minnesota. He currently lives in the Como Park, North End neighborhood of St. Paul. He's married to Don, and they have a 22-year-old son. And his 22-year-old son is currently a page in the sergeant's department. For those who do not know, was not able to add up all those years that Patrick Duffy Murphy has been around, he has served 42 years, 42 years here at the Capitol in the Minnesota House of Representatives. And he has done so always in a bipartisan manner with the utmost professionalism. I look at Patrick over my last 5 terms in the Minnesota House of Representatives, and I always wonder, how do he do what he do? We spend hours and hours on the House floor. Many of us need to leave the House floor to go take a nap or to get a rest or to eat. And he stands and he stands and he performs his job always with professionalism and dignity and the honor of the Minnesota House of Representatives. He is someone that I have looked up to and would like to believe that I can call him a friend. So I ask members, Madam Speaker, to please join me in supporting Patrick Duffy Murphy as our Chief Clerk. Thank you.
I recognize Representative Doubt from District 31A to second the nomination.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. I am very proud to second the nomination of my friend Pat Murphy to serve and to continue to serve as Chief Clerk of the Minnesota House of Representatives. Pat was first elected Chief Clerk in 2015 on the same day that I was first elected Speaker of the House. And having worked closely with him as Speaker and Minority Leader, I have seen firsthand the way he serves this body with character, integrity, and dedication. As you heard, Pat started as a page here in the Minnesota House back in 1978, and today is serving his 42nd year, having risen all the way to the position of Chief Clerk. Pat and all of our front desk staff have done incredible work over the past year to enable the legislature to continue functioning and carrying out our work on behalf of Minnesotans, working long hours and helping us overcome unprecedented challenges. Minnesota is fortunate to have dedicated public servants like Pat Murphy, and we would all be extremely fortunate to have him continue his distinguished service as our Chief Clerk here in the Minnesota House of Representatives.
Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, I declare nominations closed. The Clerk Pro Tem will take the roll call on election of the Chief Clerk.
Acom.
Acom votes Murphy.
Acom votes Murphy. Abadje.
Agbaje votes Murphy.
Abadje votes Murphy. Acklin. Acklin votes Murphy. Albright.
Albright votes Murphy.
Albright votes Murphy. Anderson.
Anderson votes Murphy.
Anderson votes Murphy. Backer.
Thacker votes Murphy.
Backer votes Murphy. Bonner.
Bonner votes Murphy.
Bonner votes Murphy. Barr.
Barr votes Murphy.
Barr votes Murphy. Baker.
Baker votes Murphy.
Baker votes Murphy. Becker Finn.
Becker Finn votes Murphy.
Becker Finn votes Murphy. Bennett.
Bennett votes Murphy.
Bennett votes Murphy. Berg.
Berg votes Murphy.
Berg votes Murphy. Bernardi.
Bernardi votes Murphy.
Bernardi votes Murphy. Bierman.
Bierman votes Murphy.
Bierman votes Murphy. Bliss.
Bliss votes Murphy.
Bliss votes Murphy. Bow.
Bow votes Murphy.
Bow votes Murphy. Bolden.
Bolden votes Murphy.
Bolden votes Murphy. Burkle. Burkle votes Murphy. Carlson.
Carlson votes Murphy.
Carlson votes Murphy. Christensen.
Christensen votes Murphy.
Christensen votes Murphy. Daniels.
Daniels votes Murphy.
Daniels votes Murphy. Doubt. Doubt votes Murphy. Davids.
Davids votes Murphy.
Davids votes Murphy. Davney.
Dabney votes Murphy.
Davney votes Murphy. Damath.
Damath votes Murphy.
Damath votes Murphy. Detmer.
Detmer votes Murphy.
Detmer votes Murphy. Drazkowski. Drazkowski votes Murphy. Eklund.
Eklund votes Murphy.
Eklund votes Murphy. Edelson.
Edelson votes Murphy.
Edelson votes Murphy. Elkins.
Elkins votes Murphy.
Elkins votes Murphy. Erickson.
Erickson votes Murphy.
Erickson votes Murphy. Feist.
Feist votes Murphy.
Feist votes Murphy. Fisher.
Fisher votes Murphy.
Fisher votes Murphy. Frankie. Frankie votes Murphy. Franzen.
Franson votes Murphy.
Franzen votes Murphy. Frazier.
Frazier votes Murphy.
Frazier votes Murphy. Frederick.
Frederick votes Murphy.
Frederick votes Murphy. Freiberg.
Freiberg votes Murphy.
Freiberg votes Murphy. Garofalo.
Garofalo votes Murphy.
Garofalo votes Murphy. Gomez. Gomez. Green.
Green votes Murphy.
Green votes Murphy. Greenman.
Greenman votes Murphy.
Greenman votes Murphy. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen votes Murphy.
Gruenhagen votes Murphy. Haley.
Haley votes Murphy.
Haley votes Murphy. Hamilton.
Hamilton votes Murphy.
Hamilton votes Murphy. Hanson.
Hanson R votes Murphy.
Hanson R votes Murphy. Hanson J.
Hanson J votes Murphy.
Hanson J votes Murphy. Hassan.
Hassan votes Murphy.
Hassan votes Murphy. Hausman.
Hausman votes Murphy.
Hausman votes Murphy. Heinrich.
Heinrich votes Murphy.
Heinrich votes Murphy. Heinzman.
Heinzman votes Murphy.
Heinzman votes Murphy. Herr. Herr votes Murphy. Hertas.
Hertas votes Patrick Murphy.
Hertas votes Murphy. Hollins.
Hollins votes Murphy.
Hollins votes Murphy. Hornstein.
Hornstein votes Murphy.
Hornstein votes Murphy. Howard.
Howard votes Murphy.
Howard votes Murphy. Hewitt.
Hewitt votes Murphy.
Hewitt votes Murphy. Igo. Igo votes Murphy. Johnson.
Johnson votes Murphy.
Johnson votes Murphy. Jordan.
Jordan votes Murphy.
Jordan votes Murphy. Jurgens.
Jurgens votes Murphy.
Jurgens votes Murphy. Keeler.
Keeler votes Murphy.
Keeler votes Murphy. Keel.
Keel votes Murphy.
Keel votes Murphy. Cleavorn.
Cleavorn votes Murphy.
Cleavorn votes Murphy. Kegel.
Kegel votes Murphy.
Kegel votes Murphy. Katiza Wattoon.
Katiza Wattoon votes Murphy.
Katiza Wattoon votes Murphy. Kosnick.
Cosmic votes Murphy.
Kosnick votes Murphy. Kreshaw.
Murphy. Kresha votes Murphy.
Kresha votes Murphy. Lee.
Lee votes Murphy.
Lee votes Murphy. Liebling.
Liebling votes Murphy.
Liebling votes Murphy. Lilly.
Lily votes Murphy.
Lilly votes Murphy. Lippert.
Lippert votes Murphy.
Lippert votes Murphy. Listlegard.
Listlegard votes Murphy.
Listlegard votes Murphy. Long.
Long votes Murphy.
Long votes Murphy. Lucero.
Lucero votes Murphy.
Lucero votes Murphy. Lewick.
Lewick votes Murphy.
Lewick votes Murphy. Mariani.
Mariani votes Murphy.
Mariani votes Murphy. Marquardt.
Marquardt votes Murphy.
Marquardt votes Murphy. Mason.
Mason votes Murphy.
Mason votes Murphy. McDonald.
Murphy. McDonald votes for Murphy.
McDonald votes Murphy. Meckland.
Mecklen votes Murphy.
Meckland votes Murphy. Miller.
Miller votes Murphy.
Miller votes Murphy. Moeller.
Moeller votes Murphy.
Moeller votes Murphy. Moran.
Moran votes Murphy.
Moran votes Murphy. Morrison.
Morrison votes Murphy.
Morrison votes Murphy. Mortensen. Mortensen votes Murphy. Mueller. Mueller votes Murphy. Munson.
Munson votes Murphy.
Munson votes Murphy. Murphy.
Murphy votes Murphy.
Murphy votes Murphy. Nash.
Nash votes Murphy.
Nash votes Murphy. Nelson M.
Nelson M. votes Murphy.
Nelson M. votes Murphy. Nelson N.
Nelson N. votes Murphy.
Nelson N. votes Murphy. New Brindley. New Brindley votes Murphy. Nor.
Nor votes Murphy.
Nor votes Murphy. Novotny.
Novotny votes Murphy.
Novotny votes Murphy. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll votes Murphy.
Olson B. Olson B. votes Murphy. Olson L. Olson L. votes Murphy. O'Neill.
O'Neill votes Murphy.
O'Neill votes Murphy. Pulowski.
Pulowski votes Murphy.
Pulowski.
I don't know where that cookie.
Pulowski votes Murphy. Petersburg.
Petersburg votes Murphy.
Petersburg votes Murphy. Farr. Farr votes Murphy. Pearson.
Pearson votes Murphy.
Pearson votes Murphy. Pinto.
Pinto votes Murphy.
Pinto votes Murphy. Poston.
Poston votes Murphy.
Poston votes Murphy. Pryor.
Pryor votes Murphy.
Pryor votes Murphy. Quam.
Guam votes Murphy.
Quam votes Murphy. Raleigh. Raleigh votes Murphy. Rasmussen. Rasmussen votes Murphy. Ryer.
Ryer votes Murphy.
Ryer votes Murphy. Richardson.
Richardson votes Murphy.
Richardson votes Murphy. Robbins.
Robbins votes Murphy.
Robbins votes Murphy. Sandell.
Sandell votes Murphy.
Sandell votes Murphy. Sandsted.
Sandsted votes Murphy.
Sandsted votes Murphy. Schumacher.
Schumacher votes Murphy.
Schumacher votes Murphy. Schultz.
Schultz votes Murphy.
Schultz votes Murphy. Scott.
Scott votes Murphy.
Scott votes Murphy. Stevenson. Stevenson. Sundin.
Sundin votes Murphy.
Sundin votes Murphy. Swazinski.
Swazinski votes Murphy.
Swazinski votes Murphy. Tice.
Tice votes Murphy.
Tice votes Murphy. Thompson.
Thompson votes Murphy.
Thompson votes Murphy. Torkelson.
Torkelson votes Murphy, Murphy, Murphy.
Torkelson votes Murphy. Erdahl. Erdahl. Vang.
Vang votes Murphy.
Vang votes Murphy. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick votes Murphy.
Wozlowick votes Murphy. West.
West votes Murphy.
West votes Murphy. Winkler. Winkler votes Murphy. Wolgamott. Wolgamott votes Murphy. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie votes Murphy.
Zhang Jie votes Murphy. Zhang Ti.
Zhang T votes Murphy.
Zhang Ti votes Murphy. Joachim. Joachim. Speaker Hortman. Speaker Hortman votes Murphy. Stevenson.
Stevenson votes Murphy.
Stevenson votes Murphy. Erdahl.
Erdahl votes Murphy.
Erdahl votes Murphy. Joachim.
Joachim votes Murphy.
Joachim votes Murphy. Gomez.
Gomez votes Murphy.
Gomez votes Murphy. There being 133 votes for Murphy, Patrick Duffy Murphy has been elected Chief Clerk. Will the Chief Clerk please come forward to take the oath of office? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Clerk.
Thank you. I go right to work.
Representative Winkler offers the following resolution on election of the other officers. The Chief Clerk will read the resolution.
Winkler offers the following resolution and moves its adoption. Resolved that the election of other officers, with the exception of the Chief Clerk and Chief Sergeant at Arms, be made on one roll call unless there should be more than one nomination for any one office.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Winkler, to explain the motion.
Madam Speaker, members, we don't anticipate any additional nominations. I ask for a yes vote.
Is there any discussion on the resolution? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted. I recognize Representative Winkler from District 46A, who will make a series of nominations.
Madam Speaker and members, it is my honor to nominate a group of the most dedicated public servants and professional leaders in Minnesota that we could possibly hope for. The Minnesota House of Representatives has been as well served by these individuals in the last year as anyone possibly could be. And we are very fortunate to have them to work for us and with us to do the people's business. So for the position of First Assistant Chief Clerk, I nominate Timothy M. Johnson. For the position of Second Assistant Chief Clerk, I nominate Gail C. Romanowski. For the position of Assistant Sergeant at Arms, I nominate Erica Reynoldsson. For the position of Assistant Sergeant at Arms, I nominate Andrew Olson. And for the position of Index Clerk, I nominate Carl Hamry.
Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? If not, I declare nominations closed. The Chief Clerk will call the roll on the election of the other officers. You may vote by saying slate for all of the members on the slate.
Acom.
Acom votes slate.
Acom, slate. Abadje.
Badger votes slate.
Abadje votes slate. Ackland. Ackland votes slate. Albright.
Albright votes slate.
Albright votes slate. Anderson. Anderson.
Anderson votes slate.
Anderson votes slate. Backer.
Backer votes slate.
Backer votes slate. Bonner.
Bonner votes slate.
Bonner votes slate. Barr.
Barr slate.
Barr votes slate. Baker.
Baker slate.
Baker votes slate. Becker Finn.
Becker Finn votes slate.
Becker Finn votes slate. Bennett.
Bennett votes slate.
Bennett votes slate. Berg.
Berg votes slate.
Berg votes slate. Bernardi.
Bernardi votes slate.
Bernardi votes slate. Bierman.
Bierman votes slate.
Bierman votes slate. Bliss.
Bliss votes slate.
Bliss votes slate. Bow.
Bow votes slate.
Bow votes slate. Bolden.
Bolden votes slate.
Bolden votes slate. Burkle. Burkle votes slate. Carlson.
Carlson votes slate.
Carlson votes slate. Christensen.
Christensen votes slate.
Christensen votes slate. Daniels.
Daniels votes slate.
Daniels votes slate. Doubt. Doubt votes slate. Davids.
Davids votes slate.
Davids votes slate. Davney.
Dabney votes slate.
Davney votes slate. Damuth.
Damuth votes slate.
Damuth votes slate. Detmer.
Detmer votes slate.
Detmer votes slate. Drazkowski. Drazkowski votes slate. Eklund.
Eklund votes slate.
Eklund votes slate. Edelson.
Edelson votes slate.
Edelson votes slate. Elkins.
Elkins votes slate.
Elkins votes slate. Erickson.
Erickson votes slate.
Erickson votes slate. Feist.
Feist votes slate.
Feist votes slate. Fisher. Fisher. Frankie. Frankie votes slate. Franzen.
Franson votes slate.
Franzen votes slate. Frazier.
Frazier votes slate.
Frazier votes slate. Frederick.
Frederick votes slate.
Frederick votes slate. Freiberg.
Freiberg votes slate.
Freiberg votes slate. Garofalo.
Garofalo votes slate.
Garofalo votes slate. Gomez.
Gomez slate.
Gomez votes slate. Green.
Green votes slate.
Green votes slate. Greenman.
That should be good. Thanks.
Greenman.
Greenman votes slate.
Greenman votes slate. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen votes slate.
Gruenhagen votes slate. Haley.
Haley votes slate.
Haley votes slate. Hamilton.
Hamilton votes slate.
Hamilton votes slate. Hanson R.
Hanson R votes slate.
Hanson R votes slate. Hanson J.
Hanson J votes slate.
Hanson J votes slate. Hassan.
Hassan votes slate.
Hassan votes slate. Hausman.
Hausman votes slate.
Hausman votes slate. Heinrich.
Heinrich votes slate.
Heinrich votes slate. Heinzman. Heinzman. Her votes slate. Hertas.
Hertas votes slate.
Hertas votes slate. Hollins.
Hollins votes slate.
Hollins votes slate. Hornstein.
Hornstein votes slate.
Hornstein votes slate. Howard.
Howard slate.
Howard votes slate. Hewitt.
Hewitt votes slate.
Hewitt votes slate. Igo. Igo votes slate. Johnson. Johnson.
Johnson votes slate.
Johnson votes slate. Jordan.
Jordan votes slate.
Jordan votes slate. Jurgens.
Jurgens votes slate.
Jurgens votes slate. Keeler.
Keeler votes slate.
Keeler votes slate. Keel.
Keel votes slate.
Keel votes slate. Cleavorn.
Cleaborn votes slate.
Cleavorn votes slate. Cagle. Cagle.
Cagle slate.
Cagle votes slate. Katiza Wattoon.
Katiza Wattoon, slate.
Katiza Wattoon, slate. Kosnick.
Cosmic slate.
Kosnick, slate. Kreshaw.
Grisha slate.
Kreshaw votes slate. Lee.
Lee slate.
Lee votes slate. Liebling.
Liebling slate.
Liebling votes slate. Lilly.
Lily, slate.
Lilly votes slate. Lippert.
Lippert votes slate.
Lippert votes slate. Lislegard.
Lislegard votes slate.
Lislegard votes slate. Long.
Long votes slate.
Long votes slate. Lucero. Lucero. Lewick.
Lewick votes slate.
Lewick votes slate. Mariani.
Votes slate.
Mariani.
Mariani votes slate.
Mariani votes slate. Markwart.
Markwart votes slate.
Markwart votes slate. Mason.
Mason slate.
Mason votes slate. McDonald.
McDonald slate.
McDonald votes slate. Mecklen.
Mecklen slate.
Mecklen votes slate. Miller.
Miller slate.
Miller votes slate. Moeller.
Moeller slate.
Moeller votes slate. Moran.
Moran slate.
Moran votes slate. Morrison.
Morrison, slate.
Morrison votes slate. Mortensen. Mortensen votes slate. Mueller. Mueller votes slate. Munson.
Munson votes slate.
Munson votes slate. Murphy.
Murphy votes slate.
Murphy votes slate. Nash.
Nash votes slate.
Nash votes slate. Nelson M.
Nelson M votes slate.
Nelson M votes slate. Nelson N.
Nelson N votes slate.
Nelson N votes slate. New Brindley. New Brindley votes slate. Noor.
Noor votes slate.
Noor votes slate. Novotny.
Novotny votes slate.
Novotny votes slate. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll votes slate.
O'Driscoll votes slate. Olson B. Olson B votes slate. Olson L. Olson L votes slate. O'Neill.
O'Neill votes slate.
O'Neill votes slate. Pulowski.
Pulowski votes slate.
Pulowski votes slate. Petersburg.
Petersburg votes slate.
Petersburg votes slate. Farr. Farr votes slate. Pearson.
Pearson votes slate.
Pearson votes slate. Pinto.
Pinto votes slate.
Pinto votes slate. Poston.
Poston votes slate.
Poston votes slate. Pryor.
Pryor votes slate.
Pryor votes slate. Quam.
Quam slate.
Quam votes slate. Raleigh. Raleigh votes slate. Rasmussen. Rasmussen votes slate. Ryer.
Pryor slate.
Ryer votes slate. Richardson.
Richardson votes slate.
Richardson votes slate. Robbins. Robbins.
Robbins votes slate.
Robbins votes slate. Sandell.
Sandell votes slate.
Sandell votes slate. Sandsted.
Sandsted votes slate.
Sandsted votes slate. Schumacher.
Schumacher votes slate.
Schumacher votes slate. Schultz.
Schultz votes slate.
Schultz votes slate. Scott.
Scott votes slate.
Scott votes slate. Stevenson.
Stevenson votes slate.
Stevenson votes slate. Sundin.
Sundin votes slate.
Sundin votes slate. Swazinski.
Swazinski votes slate.
Swazinski votes slate. Tice.
Tice votes slate.
Tice votes slate. Thompson. Thompson.
votes slate.
Thompson votes slate. Torkelson.
Torkelson votes Slate.
Torkelson votes slate. Erdahl.
Erdahl votes Slate.
Erdahl votes slate. Vang.
Vang votes slate.
Vang votes slate. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick votes slate.
Wozlowick votes slate. West.
West votes slate.
West votes slate. Winkler. Winkler votes slate. Walgamot. Walgamot votes slate. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie votes slate.
Zhang Jie votes slate. Zhang Ti.
Zhang Ti votes slate.
Zhang Ti votes slate. Joachim.
Joachim votes slate.
Joachim votes slate. Speaker Hartman. Speaker Hartman votes slate. Fisher.
Fisher votes slate.
Fisher votes slate. Heinzman.
Heinzman votes slate.
Heinzman votes slate. Lucero.
Lucero votes slate.
Lucero votes slate.
A majority of the members having elected, a majority of the members elected having voted for slate, I therefore declare those nominated have been duly elected. Will you please come forward to take the oath of office? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God? Thank you. Congratulations. The next order of business is the election of the Chief Sergeant at Arms. I recognize Representative Eklund from District 3A for the purpose of making a nomination.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I would like to nominate Bob Meyerson to be Sergeant at Arms for the Minnesota House of Representatives. Bob has served the state admirably as the nonpartisan Chief Sergeant at Arms for the past 6 years, and in law enforcement for 34 years with the State Patrol, achieving the rank of Major. Like any good public leader, he attributes success to the great staff that he is fortunate to work with as they provide for our security. Bob is also the best Sergeant at Arms walleye fisherman that I know. It is my honor to nominate Bob Meyerson for Chief Sergeant at Arms for the Minnesota House of Representatives.
I recognize Representative Dowd from District 31A to second the nomination.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. I am proud to second the nomination for Bob Meyerson to continue to serve as our Chief Sergeant at Arms. Bob served us very dutifully and served the state of Minnesota as a law enforcement officer for 34 years before coming to the Minnesota House. In fact, he served for our State Patrol and served here on our Capitol complex for the State Patrol. In my time as Speaker of the House, one of the initiatives that I took on was changing an office that had historically been a partisan office and professionalizing that office and moving the office of Chief Sergeant at Arms to a permanent, professional, and nonpartisan office. Bob and his team have done great work making the Sergeant's office a professional and well-run operation, ensuring that our state office building and our chamber are safe places for us to carry out the people's work, particularly over the past year, as they've helped keep the legislature functioning in these challenging times. Please join me in supporting Bob Meyerson so he can continue his distinguished service to the state of Minnesota and to the Minnesota House of Representatives as our Chief Sergeant at Arms.
Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, I declare nominations closed. The clerk will call the roll on election of the Chief Sergeant at Arms.
Acom.
Acom votes Meyerson.
Acom votes Meyerson. Abaje.
Agbaje votes Meyerson.
Agbaje votes Meyerson. Ackland. Ackland Meyerson. Albright.
Albright votes Meyerson.
Albright votes Meyerson. Anderson.
Anderson votes Meyerson.
Anderson votes Meyerson. Backer.
Backer votes Meyerson.
Backer votes Meyerson. Bonner.
Bonner votes Meyerson.
Bonner votes Meyerson. Barr.
Barr, Meyerson.
Barr votes Meyerson. Baker.
Baker Meyerson.
Baker votes Meyerson. Becker Finn.
Becker Finn votes Meyerson.
Becker Finn votes Meyerson. Bennett.
Bennett votes Meyerson.
Bennett votes Meyerson. Berg.
Berg votes Meyerson.
Berg votes Meyerson. Bernardi.
Bernardi votes Meyerson.
Bernardi votes Meyerson. Bierman.
Bierman votes Meyerson.
Bierman votes Meyerson. Bliss.
Bliss votes Meyerson.
Bliss votes Meyerson. Bow.
Bow votes Meyerson.
Bow votes Meyerson. Bolden.
Bolden votes Meyerson.
Bolden votes Meyerson. Burkle. Burkle votes Meyerson. Carlson.
Carlson votes Meyerson.
Carlson votes Meyerson. Christensen.
Christensen votes Meyerson.
Christensen votes Meyerson. Daniels.
Daniels votes Meyerson.
Daniels votes Meyerson. Doubt. Doubt votes Meyerson. Davids.
David votes Meyerson.
Davids votes Meyerson. Davney.
Dabney votes Meyerson.
Davney votes Meyerson. Damuth.
Damuth votes Meyerson.
Damuth votes Meyerson. Detmer.
Detmer votes Meyerson.
Detmer votes Meyerson. Drazkowski. Drazkowski votes Meyerson. Eklund.
Eklund votes Meyerson.
Eklund votes Meyerson. Edelson.
Edelson votes Meyerson.
Edelson votes Meyerson. Elkins.
Elkins votes Meyerson.
Elkins votes Meyerson. Erickson.
Erickson votes Meyerson.
Erickson votes Meyerson. Feist.
Feist votes Meyerson.
Feist votes Meyerson. Fisher.
Fisher votes Meyerson.
Fisherson votes Meyerson. Frankie. Frankie votes Meyerson. Franzen.
Franson votes Meyerson.
Franzen votes Meyerson. Frazier.
Frazier votes Meyerson.
Frazier votes Meyerson. Frederick.
Frederick votes Meyerson.
Frederick votes Meyerson. Freiberg.
Freiberg votes Meyerson.
Freiberg votes Meyerson. Garofalo.
Garofalo votes Meyerson.
Garofalo votes Meyerson. Gomez.
Gomez votes Meyerson.
Gomez votes Meyerson. Green.
Green votes Meyerson.
Green votes Meyerson. Greenman.
Greenman votes Meyerson.
Greenman votes Meyerson. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen votes Meyerson.
Gruenhagen votes Meyerson. Haley. Haley.
Haley votes Meyerson.
Haley votes Meyerson. Hamilton.
Hamilton votes Meyerson.
Hamilton votes Meyerson. Hanson R.
Hanson R votes Meyerson.
Hanson R votes Meyerson. Hanson J.
Hanson J votes Meyerson.
Hanson J votes Meyerson. Hassan.
Hassan votes Meyerson.
Hassan votes Meyerson. Hausman.
Hausman votes Meyerson.
Hausman votes Meyerson. Heinrich. Heinrich. Heinzman.
Heinzman votes Meyerson.
Heinzman votes Meyerson. Her votes Meyerson. Hertas.
Hertas votes Bob Meyerson.
Hertas votes Meyerson. Hollins.
Collins votes Meyerson.
Hollins votes Meyerson. Hornstein.
Ornstein votes Meyerson.
Hornstein votes Meyerson. Howard.
Howard votes Meyerson.
Howard votes Meyerson. Hewitt.
Hewitt votes Meyerson.
Hewitt votes Meyerson. Igo. Igo votes Meyerson. Johnson.
Whoops.
Johnson. Jordan.
Jordan votes
Jordan votes Meyerson.
Jordan votes Meyerson. Jurgens.
Jurgens votes Meyerson.
Jurgens votes Meyerson. Keeler.
Keeler votes Meyerson.
Keeler votes Meyerson. Keel.
Keel votes Meyerson.
Keel votes Meyerson. Cleavorn.
Cleavorn votes Meyerson.
Cleavorn votes Meyerson. Cagle.
Cagle votes Meyerson.
Cagle votes Meyerson. Katiza Watun.
Katiza Watun votes Meyerson.
Katiza Watun votes Meyerson. Kosnick.
Cosmic votes Meyerson.
Kosnick votes Meyerson. Kreshaw.
Kreshaw Meyerson.
Kreshaw votes Meyerson. Lee.
Lee Meyerson.
Lee votes Meyerson. Liebling.
Liebling
votes Meyerson.
Liebling votes Meyerson. Lilly.
Lily votes Meyerson.
Lilly votes Meyerson. Lippert.
Lippert votes Meyerson.
Lippert votes Meyerson. Listlegard.
Listlegard votes Meyerson.
Listlegard votes Meyerson. Long.
Long votes Meyerson.
Long votes Meyerson. Lucero.
Lucero votes Meyerson.
Lucero votes Meyerson. Lewick.
Lewick votes Meyerson.
Lewick votes Meyerson. Mariani.
Mariani votes Meyerson.
Mariani votes Meyerson. Markwart.
Markwart votes Meyerson.
Markwart votes Meyerson. Mason.
Mason Meyerson.
Mason votes Meyerson. McDonald.
McDonald votes Meyerson.
McDonald votes Meyerson. Mecklin.
Macklin votes Meyerson.
Mecklin votes Meyerson. Miller.
Miller, Meyerson.
Miller votes Meyerson. Moeller.
Moeller votes Meyerson.
Moeller votes Meyerson. Moran.
Moran vote Meyerson.
Moran votes Meyerson. Morrison.
Morrison votes Meyerson.
Morrison votes Meyerson. Mortensen. Mortensen votes Meyerson. Mueller. Mueller votes Meyerson. Munson.
Munson votes Meyerson.
Munson votes Meyerson. Murphy.
Murphy votes Meyerson.
Murphy votes Meyerson. Nash.
Nash votes Meyerson.
Nash votes Meyerson. Nelson M.
Nelson M. votes Meyerson.
Nelson M. votes Meyerson. Nelson N.
Nelson N. votes Meyerson.
Nelson N. votes Meyerson. New Brindley. New Brindley votes Meyerson. Knorr.
Nor votes Meyerson.
Knorr votes Meyerson. Novotny. Novotny. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll votes Meyerson.
O'Driscoll votes Meyerson. Olson B. Olson B votes Meyerson. Olson L. Olson L votes Meyerson. O'Neill.
O'Neill votes Meyerson.
O'Neill votes Meyerson. Pulowski.
Pulowski votes Meyerson.
Pulowski votes Meyerson. Petersburg. Petersburg.
Petersburg votes Meyerson.
Petersburg votes Meyerson. Farr. Farr votes Meyerson. Pearson.
Pearson votes Meyerson.
Pearson votes Meyerson. Pinto.
Pinto votes Meyerson.
Pinto votes Meyerson. Poston.
Poston votes Meyerson.
Poston votes Meyerson. Pryor.
Pryor votes Meyerson.
Pryor votes Meyerson. Quam.
Quam votes Meyerson.
Quam votes Meyerson. Raleigh. Raleigh votes Meyerson. Rasmussen. Rasmussen votes Meyerson. Ryer.
Ryer votes Meyerson.
Ryer votes Meyerson. Richardson.
Richardson votes Meyerson.
Richardson votes Meyerson. Robbins.
Robbins votes Meyerson.
Robbins votes Meyerson. Sandell. Sandell.
Sandell votes Meyerson.
Sandell votes Meyerson. Sandsted.
Sandsted Meyerson.
Sandsted votes Meyerson. Schumacher.
Schumacher votes Meyerson.
Schumacher votes Meyerson. Schultz.
Schultz votes Meyerson.
Schultz votes Meyerson. Scott.
Scott votes Meyerson.
Scott votes Meyerson. Stevenson.
Stevenson votes Meyerson.
Stevenson votes Meyerson. Sundin.
Sundin votes Meyerson.
Sundin votes Meyerson. Swazinski. Swazinski.
Swazinski votes Meyerson.
Swazinski votes Meyerson. Tice.
Tice votes Meyerson.
Tice votes Meyerson. Thompson. Thompson.
But Thompson votes Meyerson, I'm sorry.
Thompson votes Meyerson. Torkelson.
Torkelson votes Meyerson.
Torkelson votes Meyerson. Erdahl.
Erdahl votes Meyerson.
Erdahl votes Meyerson. Vang.
Vang votes Meyerson.
Vang votes Meyerson. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick votes Meyerson.
Wozlowick votes Meyerson. West. West. Winkler. Winkler votes Meyerson.
West votes Meyerson.
Wolgamott. Wolgamott votes Meyerson. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie votes Meyerson.
Zhang Jie votes Meyerson. Zhang T.
Zhang T votes Meyerson.
Zhang T votes Meyerson. Joachim.
Joachim votes Meyerson.
Joachim votes Meyerson. Speaker Hartman. Speaker Hartman votes Meyerson. Heinrich.
Heinrich votes Meyerson.
Heinrich votes Meyerson. Johnson.
Johnson votes Meyerson.
Johnson votes Meyerson. Novotny.
Novotny proudly votes Meyerson.
Novotny votes Meyerson. West.
West votes Meyerson.
West votes Meyerson.
There being 133 votes for Meyerson, Robert Meyerson has been elected Chief Sergeant at Arms. Will the Chief Sergeant at Arms come forward to take the oath of office? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office to which you have just been elected to the best of your ability, so help you God? Thank you. Congratulations. Representative Winkler offers the following resolution.
Winkler offers the following resolution. Resolved that the chief clerk be instructed to inform the Senate by message that the House is duly organized pursuant to law.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Winkler, to explain the resolution.
Madam Speaker, members, this resolution is simply to follow good conduct and form and let them know that we're here.
Is there any discussion to the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The resolution is adopted. Representative Winkler offers the following resolution.
Resolved that the chief clerk be instructed to inform the governor by message that the House of Representatives is now duly organized pursuant to law and ready to receive any messages he may desire to give them.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Winkler, to explain the resolution.
Madam Speaker, members, this is the same motion applied to the governor.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. The resolution is adopted. Representative Winkler offers the following resolution.
Resolved that the necessary employees, as directed by the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration, be authorized by the House, effective today, Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, to better expedite the business of the House.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, Representative Winkler, to explain the resolution.
Madam Speaker, members, this is to hire the rest of our staff effective today, and I ask for a yes vote on the roll call.
Is there any discussion on the resolution? Since the resolution is for an expenditure of money pursuant to our rules, there will be a roll call. The chief clerk will call the roll.
Acom.
Acom, aye.
Acom, aye. Agbajay.
Agbajay, aye.
Agbajay, aye. Ackland. Ackland, aye. Albright.
Albright, aye.
Albright, aye. Anderson. Anderson. Backer.
Backer, aye.
Backer, aye. Bonner.
Bonner, aye.
Bonner, aye. Barr.
Barr, aye.
Barr, aye. Baker.
Baker, aye.
Baker, aye. Becker, Finn.
Becker, Finn, aye.
Becker, Finn, aye. Bennett.
Bennett, aye.
Bennett, aye. Berg. Berg. Bernardi.
Bernardi, aye.
Bernardi, aye. Bierman.
Bierman, aye.
Bierman, aye. Bliss.
Bliss, aye.
Bliss, aye. Bo.
Bo, aye.
Bo, aye. Bolden.
Bolden, aye.
Bolden, aye. Burkle. Burkle, aye. Carlson.
Carlson, aye.
Carlson, aye. Christensen. Christensen.
Christensen, aye.
Christensen, aye. Daniels.
Cara, C-A-R-A, and I'm going to have to interrupt here for just a moment.
Daniels.
Daniels, aye.
Daniels, aye. Doubt. Doubt, aye. Davids.
David's, aye.
Davids, aye. Davney.
Davney, aye.
Davney, aye. Damath.
Damath, aye.
Damath, aye. Detmer.
Detmer, aye.
Detmer, aye. Drazkowski. Drazkowski, aye. Eklund.
Eklund, aye.
Eklund, aye. Edelson.
Edelson, aye.
Edelson, aye. Elkins.
Elkins, aye.
Elkins, aye. Erickson.
Erickson, aye.
Erickson, aye. Feist.
Feist, aye.
Feist, aye. Fisher.
Fisher, aye.
Fisher, aye. Frankie. Frankie, aye. Franzen.
Franson, aye.
Franzen, aye. Frazier.
Frazier, aye.
Frazier, aye. Frederick.
Frederick, aye.
Frederick, aye. Freiberg.
Freiberg, aye.
Freiberg, aye. Garofalo.
Garofalo, aye.
Garofalo, aye. Gomez.
Gomez, aye.
Gomez, aye. Green.
Green, aye.
Green, aye. Greenman.
Greenman, aye.
Greenman, aye. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen, aye.
Gruenhagen, aye. Haley.
Haley, aye.
Haley, aye. Hamilton.
Hamilton, aye.
Hamilton, aye. Hanson, R.
Hanson, R, aye.
Hanson, R, aye. Hanson, J.
Hanson, J, aye.
Hanson, J, aye. Hassan.
Hassan, aye.
Hassan, aye. Hausman.
Hausman, aye.
Hausman, aye. Heinrich.
Heinrich, aye.
Heinrich, aye. Heinzman.
Heinzman, aye.
Heinzman, aye. Her. Her, aye. Hertos.
Hertos, aye.
Hertos, aye. Hollins.
Collins, aye.
Hollins, aye. Hornstein.
Ornstein, aye.
Hornstein, aye. Howard.
Howard, aye.
Howard, aye. Hewitt.
Hewitt, aye.
Hewitt, aye. Igo. Igo, aye. Johnson.
Johnson, aye.
Johnson, aye. Jordan.
Jordan, aye.
Jordan, aye. Jurgens.
Jurgens, aye.
Jurgens, aye. Keeler.
Keeler, aye.
Keeler, aye. Keel.
Keel, aye.
Keel, aye. Cleavorn.
Cleaborn, aye.
Cleavorn, aye. Cagle.
Cagle, aye.
Cagle, aye. Katiza Wattoon.
Katiza Wattoon, aye.
Katiza Wattoon, aye. Kosnick.
Cosmic, aye.
Kosnick, aye. Creshaw.
Grisha, aye.
Creshaw, aye. Lee.
Lee, aye.
Lee, aye. Liebling.
Liebling, aye.
Liebling, aye. Lilly.
Lily, aye.
Lilly, aye. Lippert.
Lippert, aye.
Lippert, aye. Listlegard.
Westergaard, aye.
Listlegard, aye. Long.
Long, aye.
Long, aye. Lucero.
Zero, yes.
Lucero, aye. Lewick.
Lewick, aye.
Lewick, aye. Mariani.
Mariani, aye.
Mariani, aye. Markwart.
Markwart, aye.
Markwart, aye. Mason.
Mason, aye.
Mason, aye. McDonald. McDonald.
Are you
Macklin.
at home or are you?
Macklin, aye.
Macklin, aye. Miller.
Miller, aye.
Miller, aye. Moeller.
Moeller, aye.
Moeller, aye. Moran.
Moran, aye.
Moran, aye. Morrison.
Morrison, aye.
Morrison, aye. Mortensen. Mortensen, aye. Mueller. Mueller, aye. Munson.
Munson, aye.
Munson, aye. Murphy.
Murphy, aye.
Murphy, aye. Nash.
Nash, aye.
Nash, aye. Nelson, M.
Nelson, M, aye.
Nelson, M, aye. Nelson, N.
Nelson, N, aye.
Nelson, N, aye. New Brindley. New Brindley, aye. Noor.
Aye.
Noor, aye. Novotny.
Devani, aye.
Novotny, aye. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll, aye.
O'Driscoll, aye. Olson, B. Olson, B, aye. Olson, L. Olson, L, aye. O'Neill.
O'Neill, aye.
O'Neill, aye. Pulowski.
O'Neill, aye.
Pulowski, aye. Pulowski, aye. Pulowski, aye. Pulowski, aye.
Pulowski, aye.
Pulowski, aye. Petersburg.
Petersburg, aye.
Petersburg, aye. Farr, aye. Pearson.
Pearson, aye.
Pearson, aye. Pinto.
Pinto, aye.
Pinto, aye. Poston.
Poston, aye.
Poston, aye. Pryor.
Pryor, aye.
Pryor, aye. Quam.
Quam, aye.
Quam, aye. Raleigh. Raleigh, aye. Rasmussen. Rasmussen, aye. Ryer.
Ryer, aye.
Ryer, aye. Richardson.
Richardson, aye.
Richardson, aye. Robbins.
Robbins, aye.
Robbins, aye. Sandell.
Sandell, aye.
Sandell, aye. Sandsted.
Sandsted, aye.
Sandsted, aye. Schumacher.
Schumacher, aye.
Schumacher, aye. Schultz.
Schultz, aye.
Schultz, aye. Scott.
Scott, aye.
Scott, aye. Stevenson.
Stevenson, aye.
Stevenson, aye. Sundin.
Sundin, aye.
Sundin, aye. Swazinski. Swazinski.
Luzinski, aye.
Swazinski, aye. Tice.
Tice, aye.
Tice, aye. Thompson.
Thompson, aye.
Thompson, aye. Torkelson.
Torkelson, aye.
Torkelson, aye. Erdahl.
Erdahl, aye.
Erdahl, aye. Vang.
Vang, aye.
Vang, aye. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick, aye.
Wozlowick, aye. West. West.
West, aye.
West, aye. Winkler. Winkler, aye. Walgamot. Walgamot, aye. Zhang Jie. Zhang Jie. Zhang Ti.
Zhang Ti, aye.
Zhang Ti, aye. Joachim. Joachim.
Joachim, aye.
Joachim, aye. Speaker Hartman. Speaker Hartman, aye. Anderson.
Anderson, aye.
Anderson, aye. Berg.
Berg, aye.
Berg, aye. McDonald. McDonald. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie, aye.
Zhang Jie, aye.
Wait, I'll take a pause it.
There being 132 ayes and 0 nays, the resolution is adopted. Announcement by the Speaker.
The Speaker announces the appointment of Representatives Liz Olson as Speaker Pro Tem and Ruth Richardson, Kelly Moeller, Samantha Vang, Greg Davids, and Andrew Carlson as Deputy Speakers Pro Tem for the 2021-22 session.
Representative Winkler offers the following resolution.
Resolved that the selection of permanent desks shall be directed by the Speaker as follows. That the DFL Majority Caucus shall occupy Sections 3, seats 67 and 68, Section 4, seats 70 to 97, Section 5, seats 99 to 119, and Section 6, seats 120 to 138. All members of the Majority Caucus shall be seated in the manner prescribed by the DFL Majority Caucus. That the Republican Minority Caucus shall be occupy Section 1, seats 1 to 19, Section 2, seats 22 to 40, Section 3, seats 42 to 62. All members of the Minority Caucus shall be seated in the manner prescribed by the Republican Minority Caucus. 3, that the new House Republican Caucus shall occupy Section 2, seat 41, and Section 3, seats 63 to 66. All members of the new Republican Caucus shall be seated in the manner prescribed by the new Republican Caucus.
Any discussion to the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted. Messages from the Senate.
Message from the Senate, Madam Speaker. This is to notify you that the Senate is now duly organized pursuant to the Minnesota Constitution and Minnesota statutes. The message is signed by Cal R. Ludeman, Secretary of the Senate. Message to the House, Madam Speaker. I hereby have the honor to announce that the Senate of the State of Minnesota is now duly organized pursuant to law with the election of the following officers: Cal R. Ludeman, Secretary of the Senate; Colleen J. Pacheco, First Assistant Secretary of the Senate; Michael R. Lind, Second Assistant Secretary of the Senate; Melissa G. Mapes, Engrossing Secretary; Sven K. Lindquist, Sergeant at Arms; Marilyn Logan, Assistant Sergeant at Arms; and Pastor Mike Smith, Chaplain. The message is signed Cal R. Ludeman, Secretary of the Senate.
The member from Scott, Representative Mortensen. For what purpose do you seek recognition? I find the point of order not well taken. Announcements.
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker,
Representative Dowd.
I move to appeal the ruling of the Speaker, and I request a roll call vote.
We had proceeded to announcements, but I was moving quickly because I didn't think anybody was jumping up. So we will rescind the motion of going on to announcements, and I will recognize your request to appeal the ruling of the Speaker. Do you have advice?
Actually, this is just a motion to the body, so it's not actually advice, but I would certainly invite Representative Mortensen to speak to the body on why he thinks it's important.
Representative Truskowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Representative Mortensen, for bringing the resolution. Madam Speaker, members, we are in a precarious situation here in Minnesota. For the past 8 months now, we have offered urgencies before this body because of the urgency with the governor's peacetime emergency orders that he has. We haven't had a chance to address that yet. And I think many people here in the body are eager to get a chance to vote on this. As a matter of fact, Madam Speaker, it looks like the majority, there were at least 6 members during the previous biennium in those special sessions that voted for very similar motions to that Representative Mortensen is bringing here today. They sought an urgency because of the urgent conditions that are going on in this state. And therefore, members, we are in a different situation that yet the Rules Committee has yet to meet, so we don't have any temporary rules before this body. But I understand that the custom and usage is, and the direction from the chief clerk is that in the past, what happens in the absence of rules is that we revert back to the previous rules. And the previous rules suggest that members, when a member gets their resolution into the hopper at least 24 hours before the session begins, that they can expect that that would be introduced the next day. Now, obviously, those have not come through here yet, and I'm also aware, members, that there is an effort that is going to be coming before the Rules Committee over the next 2 days to change what is the majority vote required in rules right now, to take Representative Mortensen's resolution that would otherwise, or will when this normal process, Madam Speaker, happens, and it's referred to committee. Upon that happening, it normally in our rules that we are operating under today, because of what Mason says, and would be under our yet to be adopted temporary rules, if that provision in the temporary rules was not changed, we would expect that it would take a majority vote, Madam Speaker, to bring Representative Mortensen's motion to the House floor. But members, I understand that the majority is not interested in that, but instead they would like to shut down the opportunity, the voices of Minnesotans that are too declaring an urgency to this non-emergency that Governor Walz has placed upon many businesses and individuals and families in our states, young kids that are trying to participate in athletics, etc. So, Madam Speaker, members, I would encourage you to not support the chair's decision and support the appeal for the decision of the chair so that we can have a chance to get this vote done. Members, get this behind us. Get the governor's unconstitutional peacetime emergency powers lifted, ironically, using an unconstitutional, members, as I have pointed in the past, provision in statute that is called a legislative veto, which is what we are entertaining here with the content of this motion before us, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, that's my advice. I would encourage people to support Representative Dout's motion to appeal your decision. And I thank you, members, and Madam Speaker.
Representative Winkler.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Advice to the body, and I think this is helpful for everybody who is new here. Representative Mortensen raised a point of order. The Speaker ruled his point of order not well taken, meaning his point of order was in error. And Representative Dout rose to appeal the Speaker's ruling and is essentially asking the members of the House to decide that the Speaker of the House was wrong in her parliamentary ruling. We can, of course, forgive Representative Mortensen for his unawareness of the House rules on the very first day of session, but other members who've been here longer should know better. There have been no bills and no resolutions introduced. Under the agenda for today, as you have read through it or have sat here and experienced it, there has been no introduction and first readings of bills or resolutions. You are essentially making a motion or calling a point of order saying that somebody should have got some paper from a bin in the State Office building and brought it over here earlier. That didn't happen, and it was not intended to happen, and the Speaker has directed ahead of time a memo to all members stating that there will be no bill introductions today. The day for a point of order to object to the fact that those bills were not introduced would be on Thursday. On Thursday, that point of order or a motion to take up such a motion would be in order. Today, it is not in order. So members, if you want to make a mockery of the institution on the very first day and make up points of order and make up motions, and Representative Mortensen, you are new, so I'm not accusing you of that, but if you want to make a mockery of the institution and claim that we want to operate by regular order and that we need to have the legislature involved in emergency orders, then I would recommend following the rules of the House of Representatives, and I would ask all members to uphold the ruling of the Speaker.
Representative Dout.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members, and I appreciate the Majority Leader's opinion there. We just listened to the Majority Leader, in fact, make multiple resolutions and offer those resolutions that were then adopted here, and those resolutions were in order. We have a brand new member of the House of Representatives, Representative Mortensen, duly elected member, with the equal stature of Representative Winkler. We all know that every member of the House of Representatives has an ability to offer a resolution here on the House floor, and we have a member who wants to offer a resolution. It is impossible for the Speaker of the House to say that a resolution offered by a member of this body is out of order when we had another member of this body just offer 5 or 6 resolutions that were in order. It is not very welcoming of a new member of this body to tell him that his opinion and his resolutions are not welcome here in this chamber. Now, I asked him to simply put his resolution in writing, write the word resolution at the top, put his name on it, and turn it in at the front desk. And then he will have followed the same procedure that Representative Winkler did when Representative Winkler's resolutions came duly before this body and were very obviously in order. So we don't have a different set of rules for different members of this body. And while I didn't plan to stand up and speak in favor of this, and I didn't even know about it, it's very obvious to me as a member of this chamber and as a former Speaker of the House that a resolution by a member of this body is absolutely in order, just as it has been 5 times today. So I would ask that we all welcome our new member of the Minnesota House of Representatives by saying, yes, your motion is in order, and we will take up your resolution here and today.
Representative Mortensen, closing argument.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would echo Representative Dowd's comments that we've already heard many resolutions this morning. And I want to go back and echo your comments, Madam Speaker, about unity. And I can think of no greater way of unifying a Democrat-controlled House and a Republican-controlled Senate than by reinstating and reasserting the legislature's constitutional role in our government by ending the emergency powers.
All those in favor of the appeal of the ruling of the Speaker, please say aye.
Madam Speaker, point of parliamentary inquiry.
Madam Speaker.
If you,
Before you vote, there's a parliamentary inquiry. Representative Dowd.
if you could just very clearly remind the body what a yes and a no vote means for this one, I would appreciate it. And I have requested a roll call vote.
I'm sorry, I did not hear your request for a roll call.
I did at the very beginning.
Madam Speaker, actually, Representative Mortensen also asked for a roll call vote.
A roll call having been requested, are there 15 hands? There are 15 hands. There will be a roll call. The question before the body is, shall the decision of the Speaker stand as the judgment of the House? A yes or a green vote supports the ruling of the Speaker, and a no or a red vote goes against the ruling of the Speaker. The clerk will take the roll.
Acom.
Acom, aye.
Acom, aye. Agbajay.
Badger, aye.
Agbajay, aye. Ackland. Ackland, no. Albright.
Albright, no.
Albright, no. Anderson.
Anderson, no.
Anderson, no. Backer.
Backer, no.
Backer, no. Bonner.
Bonner, aye.
Bonner, aye. Barr.
Barr, no.
Barr, no. Baker.
Baker, no.
Baker, no. Becker, Finn.
Becker, Finn, aye.
Becker, Finn, aye. Bennett.
Bennett, no.
Bennett, no. Berg.
Berg, aye.
Berg, aye. Bernardi.
Bernardi, aye.
Bernardi, aye. Bierman.
German, aye.
Bierman, aye. Bliss.
No.
Bliss, no. Bow.
Bo, no.
Bow, no. Bolden.
Bolden, aye.
Bolden, aye. Burkle. Burkle, no. Carlson.
Carlson, aye.
Carlson, aye. Christensen.
Christensen, aye.
Christensen, aye. Daniels.
Daniels, no.
Daniels, no. Doubt. Doubt, no. Davids.
Davids, no.
Davids, no. Davney.
Daphne, aye.
Davney, aye. Damath.
Damath, no.
Damath, no. Detmer.
Detmer, no.
Detmer, no. Drazkowski. Drazkowski, no. Eklund.
Eklund, aye.
Eklund, aye. Edelson.
Edelson, aye.
Edelson, aye. Elkins.
Elkins, aye.
Elkins, aye. Erickson.
Erickson, no.
Erickson, no. Feist.
Feist, aye.
Feist, aye. Fisher.
Fisher, aye.
Fisher, aye. Frankie. Frankie, no. Franzen.
Franson, no.
Franzen, no. Frazier.
Frazier, aye.
Frazier, aye. Frederick.
Frederick, aye.
Frederick, aye. Freiberg.
Freiberg, aye.
Freiberg, aye. Garofalo.
Garofalo, no.
Garofalo, no. Gomez. Gomez. Green.
Green, no.
Green, no. Greenman.
Greenman, aye.
Greenman, aye. Gruenhagen.
Gruenhagen, no.
Gruenhagen, no. Haley.
Haley, no.
Haley, no. Hamilton.
Hamilton, no.
Hamilton, no. Hanson, R.
Hanson, R, I.
Hanson, R, I. Hanson, J.
Hanson, J, I.
Hanson, J, I. Hassan. Hassan.
Hassan, I.
Hassan, I. Hausman.
Hausman, I.
Hausman, I. Heinrich.
Heinrich, no.
Heinrich, no. Heinzman.
Heinzman, no.
Heinzman, no. Her. Her, I. Hertas.
Hertas, no.
Hertas, no. Hollins.
Collins, I.
Hollins, I. Hornstein.
Hornstein, I.
Hornstein, I. Howard.
Howard, I.
Howard, I. Hewitt.
Hewitt, aye.
Hewitt, I. Igo. Igo, no. Johnson.
Johnson, no.
Johnson, no. Juergens. Jordan.
Jordan, I.
Jordan, I. Juergens.
Juergens, no.
Juergens, no. Keeler.
Keeler, I.
Keeler, I. Keel.
Keel, no.
Keel, no. Cleavorn.
Cleaborn, I.
Cleavorn, I. Cagle.
Hagel, I.
Cagle, I. Katiza Watun.
Tiza Watun, I.
Katiza Watun, I. Kosnick.
Cosmic, no.
Kosnick, no. Kreshaw.
Grisha, no.
Kreshaw, no. Lee.
Lee, I.
Lee, I. Liebling.
Liebling, I.
Liebling, I. Lilly.
Lily, I.
Lilly, I. Lippert.
Lippert, I.
Lippert, I. Listlegard.
Listlegard, aye.
Listlegard, I. Long.
Long, I.
Long, I. Lucero.
Lucero, no.
Lucero, no. Lewick.
Lewick, no.
Lewick, no. Mariani.
Mariani, I.
Mariani, I. Marquardt.
Marquardt, I.
Marquardt, I. Mason.
Mason, I.
Mason, I. McDonald.
McDonald, no.
McDonald, no. Mecklin.
Macklin, no.
Mecklin, no. Miller.
Miller, no.
Miller, no. Moeller.
Moeller, I.
Moeller, I. Moran.
Moran, I.
Moran, I. Morrison.
Morrison, I.
Morrison, I. Mortensen. Mortensen, no. Mueller. Mueller, no. Munson.
Munson, no.
Munson, no. Murphy.
Murphy, I.
Murphy, I. Nash.
Nash, no.
Nash, no. Nelson, M.
Nelson, M, I.
Nelson, M, I. Nelson, N.
Nelson, N, no.
Nelson, N, no. New Brindley. New Brindley, no. Nor.
Nor, aye.
Nor, I. Novotny. Novotny.
Bonnie, I.
Novotny, I. O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll, no.
O'Driscoll, no. Olson, B. Olson, B. No. Olson, L. Olson, L. I. O'Neill.
O'Neill, no.
O'Neill, no. Pulowski.
Pulowski, I.
Pulowski, I. Petersburg.
Petersburg, no.
Petersburg, no. Farr. Farr, no. Pearson.
Pearson, no.
Pearson, no. Pinto.
Pinto, I.
Pinto, I. Poston.
Poston, no.
Poston, no. Pryor.
Pryor, I.
Pryor, I. Quam.
Guam, no.
Quam, no. Raleigh. Raleigh, no. Rasmussen. Rasmussen, no. Ryer.
Ryer, I.
Ryer, I. Richardson.
Richardson, I.
Richardson, I. Robbins.
Robbins, no.
Robbins, no. Sandell.
Sandell, I.
Sandell, I. Sandsted.
Sandsted, I.
Sandsted, I. Schumacher.
Schumacher, no.
Schumacher, no. Schultz.
Schultz, I.
Schultz, I. Scott.
Scott, no.
Scott, no. Stevenson.
Stevenson, aye.
Stevenson, aye. Sundin.
Sundin, aye.
Sundin, aye. Swazinski.
Swazinski, no.
Swazinski, no. Tice. Tice. Thompson.
Thompson, aye.
Thompson, aye. Torkelson.
Torkelson, no.
Torkelson, no. Erdahl.
Erdahl, no.
Erdahl, no. Vang.
Vang, aye.
Vang, aye. Wozlowick.
Wozlowick, aye.
Wozlowick, aye. West. West. Winkler. Winkler, aye. Wolgamott. Wolgamott, aye. Zhang Jie.
Zhang Jie, aye.
Zhang Jie, aye. Zhang Ti.
Zhang T, aye.
Zhang Ti, aye. Joachim.
Senator Josh Hawley's home last night.
Joachim.
Joachim, aye.
Joachim, aye. Speaker Hartman. Speaker Hartman, aye. Gomez.
Gomez, aye.
Gomez, aye. Tice.
Tice, aye.
Tice, aye. West.
West, no.
West, no.
Please recall Novotny.
Novotny.
Novotny, no.
Novotny changes from aye to nay.
Tice changes from aye to nay.
Tice changes from aye to nay.
There being 70 ayes and 63 nays, it is the judgment of the House that the decision of the Speaker shall stand.
Madam Speaker, we have a resolution at the desk now.
Representative Mortensen, you need to be recognized in order to speak. Please hold on for a minute. Representative Mortensen, for what purpose do you rise?
To move the resolution that we have on the desk.
Representative Mortensen, your resolution at the desk must be here for 24 hours before it is introduced. Next order of business.
Point of parliamentary inquiry, Madam Speaker.
Representative Doubt, please state your point of parliamentary inquiry.
Yeah, based on what does that resolution need to be at the front desk 24 hours ahead of time? And can we see evidence that the resolutions that were presented here in front of the body were here at the desk 24 hours ahead of time? I just think it's insincere that we treat members and their resolutions differently.
Representative Doubt, the other resolutions that we took up today relate to the organization of the Minnesota House of Representatives. Other resolutions are introduced in the hopper. And as you're familiar, it is often the custom and usage of the House of Representatives that the hopper is not open on the first day. Representative Doubt.
Madam Speaker, that's not my understanding. I think the history has been that the hopper has been open on the first day and that bill introductions do happen on the first day. But my question really was, what rule are you referencing when you say a resolution needed to be at the front desk 24 hours ahead of time? And by the way, our House rules have not been adopted yet. So please don't reference something in the House rules.
Representative Doubt, Mason Section 39 provides that the rules of a legislative body, when prior to new rules being adopted, are governed by the custom and usage of the body as it existed in the previous organization. The best evidence of the custom and usage of the rules of the House during the previous organization are the rules of the House during the previous session. Previous session Rule 1.10, Introduction of Bills and Resolutions, states a bill or resolution must be submitted to the Speaker at least 24 hours before the convening of the daily session at which it is to be introduced. Representative Doubt.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If I'd have you just repeat the Masons reference again, but before I do that, I'd just also like to remind you, your majority chose not to adopt House rules, so those are not in effect. I understand that custom and usage of this body is in effect, and custom and usage would certainly cite what our previous rules were, but you made a strategic decision not to bring up a rules discussion today on the House floor.
Parliamentary inquiry,
so those
Madam
are not
Speaker.
there, but I would also.
Does the House stand at this moment?
We're under a point of parliamentary inquiry by myself to the Speaker right now, so I'd appreciate if you wouldn't interrupt. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Doubt,
you could answer my question.
Inquiry.
Representative Winkler.
Madam Speaker, I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 12 noon Thursday, January 7th, 2021.
I will dispense with the point of order that Representative Doubt has raised. He's asked which section of Masons I referred to. Section 39, sub 6. In the absence of rules, as immediately upon convening and before rules are adopted, the Houses are governed by usages, custom, and precedent and by general parliamentary law. The best evidence of what are the established usages and customs is the rules as last in effect. We're on announcements, members. It is a historic day, and the Speaker doesn't usually make announcements, but today I think it warrants it. Representative Mary Murphy becomes the second longest serving member in Minnesota state history with 16,073 days of service. She took her oath of office in 1977 when she was one of 13 women, which was a record at that time. And in this biennium, a record of 72 women will serve in the Minnesota legislature in 2021 and 2022. Representative Winkler.
Madam Speaker, I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 12 noon Thursday, January 7th, 2021.
Representative Winkler moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 12 noon Thursday, January 7th, 2021. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no.
No.
The motion prevails. The House stands adjourned until Thursday, January 7th at noon.